Hello, everybody. Hope everyone is doing well. Repositioning myself a bit. Make sure volume's off. All right. I hope y'all have had a good week so far. I'm definitely glad that it's almost Friday. It's been a fairly busy week for me. Burp. But anyways, LEGO Star Wars 2, we are going to be getting that Platinum Trophy tonight. All that's left, one gold brick related to studs in Episode 5, and the Lego City level, the Darth Vader level, which I think I'm going to save for last, actually. Purchasing all the characters and having a bunch of studs. So we are very, very close to being done, even though some of those are going to take a little bit longer than others. Hey Robbie, hey Master Kratos, hey Sweet Plays, hey Drez. I'm doing well. And now we have to sing one last time. Do 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 do. Okay, now we're good. Speaking of terrible singing, the Thrillville Platinum Trophy video is pretty close to being done. All the main editing's done. All that's left is adding the background music, and then that'll be done. So definitely positive there. And let's go ahead and turn on our score multipliers here so that we can go ahead and grab our final gold brick. This is the last one, so let's get it done. Got the Platinum for PS3 version of COD Ghosts and Modern Warfare 2. Oh, nice! Apparently they actually fixed whatever was wrong with COD Ghosts. Surprisingly, they actually fixed it. Platinum Ratchet & Clank Rift Apart last night. Took 15 hours. It was a lot of fun. Oh yeah, that's one I definitely need to play eventually. I mean, I've owned the disc for it since I got my PS5. I've just been terrible about not playing it. Hey, Razvin, you got this plat today? Oh, nice! Definitely having a good week. Platted RE4, close to LEGO Star Wars The Force Awakens. Ooh, nice. I liked that game. It was decent enough. LEGO Star Wars Force Awakens Platinum. Resident Evil 4, though, is a pretty solid game. Pretty fun to play through. Got AC Shadows through a friend, and give it a solid 7 after the first 2 targets. Game actually runs super smooth. Didn't Ubisoft decide that it has to be played online only? For some reason? Like, didn't they determine that it has to be forcibly played online, and you have to be connected to the Ubisoft servers or you can't earn the trophies? If that's true, then that's really, really screwed up. But that's what I heard from, like, PowerPix's guide. Which is just honestly insane that anyone out there thought that was okay. But it's also Ubisoft, you know, the developer that randomly has an intern randomly turn a game on and off every couple of months for its online servers, so you know what, I guess it doesn't surprise me that much, because it's Ubisoft. One of your 2 trophies, 100% on Rocket League, just one more trophy. Nice. Hey, Gorin. Probably happy you were able to get Ghost Platinum, which you would have done if you couldn't have gotten a good player to help with Extinction. Well, at least it worked, and it's supposedly fixed for people on the other version. So at least that's good. That's easily one of the dumbest things that Ubisoft's done this month. Or at least any time recently that I can remember. That's a special kind of way to screw something up. Just when you think that some company can't go manage to screw things up in some new way, they consistently manage to do it. You're able to complete all the challenges without failing twice that day. Oh, nice. And this music is, I feel like it would probably be copyrighted, so we'll see if I end up having to silence it afterward. Alright, that's true Jedi mode, but of course we can't. We aren't allowed to quit in this version of the game until we actually finish the level, unfortunately. As dumb as it is, it doesn't really affect the game. Well, that's good. It's just the fact that it's required to be online or else you can't earn the trophies, which to me is just so insane to me. Because it's such a weird issue to have. Platinum 3 COD games in a week. So Cold War, Ghosts, and MW2. Very nice, very nice. So that's what PowerPix... Yeah, that's the guide I read it from that PowerPix was saying. 131 Plat's gonna try and get your first 9 out of 10 Plat in Justice God Among Us. Good job, or good luck, Timothy. Hope it goes well for you. I suck at fighting games. So that would probably go very badly if I tried to play that. Am I near the end? Yep, I'm pretty close to the end. I mean, it wouldn't be titled Platinum Trophy tonight if I wasn't close to being at the end. All we got left is just this. We have one bonus level, or technically 2 bonus levels with the Lego City. So we got a little ways to go. That is a lot of stormtroopers. Where did they all come from? I don't remember there being quite that many spawning here, at least not on Super Story. Oh well, it's fine. Kill them all, grab the studs, because we are going to need more studs to buy things, because that's the rest of the trophies is also buying stuff, so it's all good. Only Ubisoft game on your trophy list that you got to go back finish is Resident Evil, Rainbow Six Siege. I see R and think Resident Evil. But yeah, Siege, that's one that I'm glad I never started. I might not have minded it. I don't know. Maybe I wouldn't have minded it, but I don't know. I don't really feel like it's one I would have particularly liked. Alright, so we killed the Ugnaughts, or whatever the heck they're called. And now we just need to push our thing into position. Done both versions of MW2 and Cold War. I have a feeling they'll be changed. World War, Black Ops 1. So a bunch of COD games. And I mean, you've done a lot of the, like, ones that don't require insane, like, online at least. So hopefully... I don't know if you're going to do any more of them after that, I guess is what I was getting at. Who hated Odyssey. Shadows so far has been decent. Okay, that's good. This one is very hard. The hardest plat is for getting 300 stars. I'm assuming you're talking about Siege or Injustice. One or the other. And now these stupid guys are gonna probably come in and stun blast me unless they don't respawn, which it doesn't look like they do, so that's good. Alright, let's go. That's very good. Platinumed every obtainable PS3 COD game except for Classic. Oh, again, you did Wolfenstein 2. You can do COD Classic if you really want to. Oh, yeah, we need a helmet here. Classic is definitely not as hard as Wolf 2. Oh, she didn't... Did she not take the helmet? Really? Does she not want to get her hair messed up or something? Come on now, Leia. I don't think your hair is what really matters right now. I think other things matter a little bit more. Gonna do Vanguard next, gotcha. Hey, T-Jade. It's declassified on the side. I shouldn't have looked at chat during that. Am I gonna do any other Ratchet & Clank games? I'll do Rift Apart at some point, partially because I already own it and just have been lazy about playing it. I don't know about any of the others, though. It wasn't a series I, like, grew up with, necessarily. Alright, let's get out of here. Alright, we got through that part, so now we just have a simple battle up here. And we'll take all the studs we can get just to cut down on the grind a little bit. Even though it's going to take a little while of standing under this stud fountain. I don't know why there was a random beach trooper out here. We're not really anywhere near a beach. I guess he just felt like relaxing out here. Black Ops 4 getting it's a nightmare. Oh, for sure. It's in a one safe area. Shadows runs pretty well. Oh, that's good then. It's good to hear that they've got some of their... or at least got a lot of their stuff together this time. But again, never been big into Assassin's Creed, so doesn't really affect me. But I still just think that whole online connection thing is pretty ridiculous, pretty bizarre. Definitely not what I would have expected. That could technically mean, someday... it might become unobtainable, which is honestly crazy to think. Alright, let's hold this down so everyone can get through. Only 3 trophies away from the plat, but it's hell. Oh yeah, you've been on that one for months. Guess maybe you can play other ones. I know I can play other ones, it's just, I don't know if I'm gonna feel like playing any other ones anytime soon. Because the one that me and Ghost and Killer did was... It wasn't bad, and it was a lot of fun being able to play it in co-op, but it was also a little more difficult than expected at times. Kind of more... Well, not even really difficult, just kind of annoying at times with what it required in a few places. Alright, so this area, for some reason, characters like to get stuck here. For some unknown reason. Not on this. C-3PO will come through after that, but I'm talking about the other thing over there. Quick step-by-step rundown on this platinum to get it done as quick as possible. Basically, it's just 100% the game. Except you don't actually have to 100% the game. You don't have to buy all the extras. You don't have to get all the red bricks either. But basically, if you 100%ed the game, you would get every trophy along the way. I think. Because I don't think there's any miscellaneous trophies either, so I think it's literally just like 100% the game and get a lot of studs as well. You have to get a lot of studs. I think that's it. So yeah, just 100% the game, get a lot of studs. Pretty much everything. Get a struggle and get Black Ops 4 trophy list. Definitely better than a lot of recent Ubisoft games, except maybe Prince of Persia. Yeah, I haven't played that one either. Black Ops definitely one of the hardest parts of the plat. Oh yeah, because it was Warzone before Warzone was a thing, but it's worse, apparently. Still gonna do Vanguard, Declassified, World War II, and Black Ops 3. Long Advanced Warfare's PS4 version. Get 10 wins on Blackout, and then to unlock all 12 characters. Oh yeah. When it's like, oh, you have to do these 3 requirements in this match and then still manage to win it or finish in the top, like, 3 or something like that. Whatever it is, depending on the character, because each one of them is kind of different with their requirements. Shadows, really generic. I think it's getting fairly good reviews overall. Like, there's people complaining about stupid parts of it, as always. Or just finding stupid things to complain about is the correct wording of that. As you do for, like, every game these days. If the gameplay's fun, that's what matters. But I've heard it's another long one, so it's back to, like, the time-consuming nature of the ones prior to Mirage. Which I guess I was kind of hoping that, like, when they had some success with Mirage, that maybe they would go back to doing generally shorter ones. Or, you know, 25 to 30 hours to do everything. Apparently that's not the case, because apparently this one's another 50 to 60 hours. So I guess they have not learned their lesson. Now, then again, I kind of forgot that Mirage existed in the first place. So I guess I don't have much of a say in it, because I don't really care about Assassin's Creed. I'm still very surprised they haven't, like, remade the first one yet, which is... It's something I would have thought they would have done by now. Alright, this should be one of our trophies here. We do COD Ghost once, but honestly thinking maybe you'll do it again, because you played it with someone who kind of understood what to do. Yeah, it's not terrible if you really have, like, a good team that has a lot of the teeth upgrades. Those make a big difference. Like, if you have a lot of the upgrades, it can be made a lot easier. When you have, like, the ones that, like, give you a permanent core or whatever it is from the DLC. Like, that's an attachment from the DLC, but it, like, permanently makes your weapons better. And, like, you can pick 2 classes, I think, if you have enough of the teeth for upgrades. Stuff like that. That's got flashing here. Black Ops 4, Infinite Warfare, and unobtainable Black Ops 3 PS3. And we should be getting a trophy here. Golden Empire. Obviously not the last trophy, but important. That is every single gold brick in the game. Does it say anything special? It does not. Oh! Look at that. Or, no, wait, that's just a cutscene just for being here, isn't it? I don't think that's anything unique. Yeah, good luck with Infinite Warfare. That one's also, that one's something. I'm gonna say that. That's something. It's only 50 hours. That's not terrible. Frank is the only character that you need to win a game for. Oh, okay. So win a match after collecting a specific item that can only come from supply drops and fly a chopper for 60 seconds. Again, like, all that stuff, if you could boost it, like, if you could boost it with 2 people, that platinum probably wouldn't be that bad, aside from how so long the zombies and DLCs and stuff take. Boosting profiles removes from the leaderboards in the future for no reason, would just do Black Ops 2. Yeah, that's fair. Like, if for some reason you got removed, you might as well, because then it's not like it matters, because you're not going to get banned off a PlayStation Network or anything because they don't care about the PS3 anymore. They haven't cared about the PS3 in a very long time. Alright, skip the music. We're only 94.5% through the game. So we still got a little ways to go. 50 about average is Black Flag forward. We're about 50 for estimates. First one is the only one without a plat. Yeah, only hard parts of collectibles. I feel like it would also be like the janky controls and stuff. Because I have actually played Assassin's Creed 1. Me and Lizard Guy played it once. Alright, let's get some studs. I've never built this fountain before, by the way, guys. I've never done this before. Because, again, when I was a children, my disc didn't work. And I could not finish the final super story level. Because it would always crash in the same place. So now I'm finally getting to 100% this game. Which is pretty awesome, because this is basically the 100%ing. Now this is one of the rare times in a LEGO game where the stud fountain actually is useful. A lot of the time in these games, it's gotten to where it's really not all that helpful. Just because you really don't need any studs anymore by the time you unlock it. But with this one, since you can unlock it without, you know, getting the 100% in the game, it actually does serve a purpose. So what we want to do is grind our way to about 12 million studs here. That will give us the third multiplier. And we are going to keep buying up the multipliers because then you can get studs even faster. So we're up to 8 times right now, so like already... And this one isn't even one of the better stud fountains, I don't think. I don't feel like this one puts out as much as some of the other ones do. Like, even if you grab all the blue ones, you're still only getting, like, maybe 1 million studs a minute. Less than that, actually. Because sometimes it spurts out little amounts, and sometimes it's very large amounts. Right. Well, I'm just going to stand here for a second. And I can catch up on comments as I collect more studs. We already have the 6 million stud trophy. We got that one a while back, so I'm just going to stand here a second. Boosted with 2 people. You're in group chats now for Blackout, starting to form days to go for characters, so you can do it with 2? People are making me think maybe it might... If you could easily boost it with 2 people, like get into a 2-person lobby or something and just be able to boost it that way, it probably would be fairly easy, at least for the platinum. It would just be, obviously, you know, you've got the DLC and you've got the zombies. But, like, I have to wonder about that, because that would obviously make it so much easier. If you could just do it with 2 people in, like, a private lobby or something, but I'm assuming you can't. To get flagged for Black Ops 2 plat because of the theater glitch, but want to finish the DLC still because you own all of them and have trophies on all of them already. You might as well, and I mean, the DLCs are really good in that game. For the most part. I mean, yeah, Die Rise is what it is. It's not the best in the world, but it's at least unique. And it's not a particularly hard DLC. Mob of the Dead is fantastic. And fairly easy compared to the later ones. Buried is a decent map, and it's one of the easiest maps in the game, if you know what you're doing, but it does have kind of an obnoxious Easter egg. And I still have no idea what the hell actually to do on Origins, because I got carried through it every time I've ever done that trophy. Which is twice now. Shadows is enjoyable, not as dumb as you expected, high quality like Ghost of Tsushima out of Assassin's Creed. I mean, I cannot wait for Ghost of Yotai, though. Like, that is a game that I cannot freaking wait for. Unless it releases while we're out of the country at the end of the year, or later on in the year. Unless it releases then, that'll absolutely be a day one streamed game. So, I can't wait for that. Absolutely can't wait for that. Hey, Cassie. And all the multiplayer, and then got the 4 billion. I wonder what's next COD game that's gonna break. So yeah, Vanguard went down, Ghosts. That is a good question. I don't know what's gonna break next at this point. Because, I mean, I feel like at this point, literally it could be any of them. Like, it could... It seems like, though, they're specifically breaking the PS4 versions. So my assumption would be Advanced Warfare. Or maybe World War II. So one of the Sledgehammer games. But honestly, who knows? I legitimately have no idea anymore. Yeah, the economy in this particular game is so broken that the stud fountain actually is beneficial for once. Usually you have no need for it by this point. But with how expensive everything is in the game, you do kind of need it here. But yeah, it's literally like 12 million studs to get the next multiplier. And we're going this slowly. Kind of ridiculous. I mean, obviously, once we have all the multipliers going at once and it's 3,800 times the value, you're getting 38 million studs per blue stud, or whatever that is, or 3.8 million. I don't know. I don't feel like doing math right now. Up to 4 million. Busy painting, have a little bit left and then you're done. Nice. At least you're making progress. Bias War with 2, but it's difficult. Don't get you wrong, it would be possible. Better off with a big group. That makes sense. The last 8-player trophy out of the way, still some multiplayer left on Burnout or Hot Wheels. COD World War II is probably next. World War II or Advanced Warfare, most likely. I mean, Advanced Warfare, though, I don't think would matter for Platinum, because I don't think that game had any trophy that technically required multiple players or anything. So it's not likely that that one would ever become unobtainable for Platinum. 100% yes, because there's multiple DLC trophies that require multiple people. But then again, with those, you could probably do them in split screen, in 2-player split screen. And though insanely difficult, you could still do the final DLC solo. You can do double feature mode solo, but it's damn near impossible, and I have no idea why anyone would ever want to try it. Sounds like a horrible attempt at existence. I'll have to go back, finish all the DLC on World War II. From what I remember, first DLC is pretty tough. First DLC is tough. It's also a really long Easter egg. Second DLC isn't bad. It's much more traditional. I'd say it's like medium type of difficulty. Then there is third DLC is really stupid, if we're being honest. It's really stupid. And its trophies are definitely on the slightly harder end in difficulty. But it's also just a really weird, stupid idea for a DLC that I personally didn't get a lot of enjoyment out of. And then the final DLC is actually pretty easy. Final DLC is definitely the easiest of the 4. You get some really overpowered gear and stuff in it, so it's not too bad. Did I see that Wally's getting trophies? I did! And that'll definitely be one I play at some point, because Wall-E is one of my favorite Pixar movies. Probably actually is my favorite Pixar movie. Like, I love Finding Nemo, love Monsters, Inc., grew up on those. Love the original Toy Story and Toy Story 2. Grew up on those. What are some of the other older ones? Incredibles. I didn't watch The Incredibles that much when I was younger, though, so I don't have as many memories of that one. That they do with, like, Finding Nemo, Monsters, Inc., Wall-E. And then pretty much after that, I didn't really see any other Pixar movies at that point. Except for, like, the Cars movies. Which, I mean, I've only ever seen Cars 1 and 2, and 2 was only ever on TV anyway. Wasn't gonna go spend money to go see that in a theater. Alright, 6 million studs. We're about halfway to where I need to be at the moment. Gonna do World War II after Vanguard, which is funny because they're both World War II focused games. Yeah, and they're both not of the highest quality. World War II is better than Vanguard, but not by a significant amount. Okay, Burnout, gotcha. Outside of AC Shadows, you got one more area to clean up in Indiana Jones Great Circle. Oh, I'm actually definitely excited for when that comes over to PlayStation, because it seems like it's actually doing really well with reviews ever since it came out. So that's actually probably going to be an interesting experience. Hopefully a fun one. Whenever it comes out here on PlayStation in like April or May or something. Let's see. Forgot to mention COD Ghost, your third rarest platinum, now at 2.16. Very nice. At least you have the World War II plat. Multiplayer was a grind. Yeah, I mean, the multiplayer wasn't bad back when the game came out, obviously. But nowadays, yeah, I can't imagine. Back in that day, all you did was run around with the incendiary shotgun. Was pretty much the best strategy. And it was okay. I mean, it wasn't the worst multiplayer they've ever made. It wasn't anywhere near one of the better ones. More than halfway done with trophies in the Outer Worlds. Ooh, very nice. I will get back to it someday. When I feel like dedicating just a month of my time straight to just play the game, a month of my free time straight to just play the game, I will go back and platinum that. And that'll be a good time for me to work on, you know, editing other videos down. Because I'm not going to make a platinum video out of the Outer Worlds, not like a modern-day platinum video, just because I already do have some of the trophies, and it's been so long since I've played it. So whenever I decide to play that, it would be a good excuse to spend that time, you know, working on the other stuff, even though I could probably stream some Outer Worlds as long as I take note of anything that's potentially missable, because that game does have quite a few missable trophies. Like a fifth of the story list is missable, or the main game list, and then DLC I don't know about. I do own the DLC, though, because I bought that at some point for a discount. Toy Story 3, stopped seeing them after Soul. Toy Story 3... I think I saw once on TV, but I know I never saw it in theaters. And Toy Story 4 didn't bother with. Never saw Soul, didn't see Good Dinosaur, didn't see Brave, didn't see Finding Dory, didn't see Incredibles 2. What else is there in the more modern day? Didn't see Cars 3 even on TV, which is kind of surprising. I thought for sure I would have seen it there by now, but haven't. What else is there from Pixar? Oh, Monsters University. I've seen Monsters University. Seen that one on TV. Definitely not as good as the original, though. I'm trying to think which other ones I have seen. Then that's scary. Didn't even finish the bonus levels on the PS2 version. They'll probably be required for the plat. Oh, for WALL-E? Yeah, as much as I love the movie, I've never played the game. It was right in that period of time, like right when I got my PS3, I think is when that game came out, and it was releasing on... I think it actually does have a PS3 version, but it doesn't have trophies because it was super early PS3. I might be wrong on that, though. I may be completely wrong on that. But I want to say it might have gotten the PS3 version just without trophies. So I feel like I'm going to look that up at some point to see if it did. Great Circle is great. Yeah, I'm definitely interested in playing it because, I mean, I like Indiana Jones. And I really didn't mind Dial of Destiny. It was a hell of a lot better than whatever the hell the fourth movie was. The one with Shia LaBeouf in it. It's a hell of a lot better than that one, even if it wasn't as good as the original 3. So yeah, definitely will be playing that game at some point for sure. Watch Turning Red. Oh yeah, Turning Red, the one where it's the girl that turns into the panda. Didn't see that one. Have not seen Soul. Haven't seen Coco. Really haven't seen a lot of the modern ones, is what I'm getting at with that. Didn't see Lightyear, which I don't really think anyone went to see Lightyear for the most part. Well, speaking of seeing things, we're only about a month away from, like... There's, like, 3 movies coming out in the next month that I want to see for one reason or another. Because we've got the Minecraft movie, which I know is going to be terrible, but as I've said before, I'm just gonna get, like, drunk. Just get, like, kind of drunk out of my mind and just Uber to the theater and Uber back. And watch it while just completely out of it with, like, a couple of friends maybe or something. That might actually be kind of fun. That might actually be a fun way to watch that. The Until Dawn movie, which I suspect is going to be pretty terrible, but I might still see it anyway. Maybe give it a little bit of a benefit of the doubt. And then Final Destination Bloodlines. Not because I give a shit about the actual movie series for the most part, but because Brett Bassinger's in it and she's been celebrity crush for a very long time, so I'll see it anyway. I mean, the movies they are what they are. It's like going to a Saw movie. You know what you're getting into if you go to a Final Destination movie. Same thing as if you're going to see a Saw movie. Alright, we're up to 10.8 million. This is good. Hey, Layan. It doesn't. I think it released in June of 2008, though. Okay, so maybe it didn't have PS3 version. I'm just completely forgetting everything. I honestly don't know. I have, like, a slight memory of PS3 with it, but I know that one game I remember buying shortly before trophies were patched in was Madagascar 2, and I played it on PS3 at one point. But it never got trophies patched in, so obviously never continued playing it after that point. Or never even beat it, because it wasn't that fun of a game from what I remember. Not compared to, like, the first Madagascar game. It was actually kind of fun. Didn't play anything last night. Ended up playing Jackbox with online friends. Nice. Hey, Layan, apparently AC Shadows got an 8 by IGN. Don't they usually give things that are undeserving good ranks? I mean, I'm not saying that Assassin's Creed is undeserving, because it sounds like people are pretty happy with it. I'm just saying, like, are they still really one of the more reputable sources of ratings? Or I might be thinking of someone else, honestly. I literally, like, don't pay attention to game ratings anymore. I really only base my opinion on how I feel about the game, and I don't really care that much about most of the reviews. I pre-ordered and day one played Homefront the Revolution, despite seeing the early reviews. So clearly those reviews don't necessarily sway me to do anything. Alright, now that we have 12 million, we can go back inside and get another red brick. Zootopia. Yep, I know about Zootopia. I don't think I've ever seen the whole thing all the way through. 6 times studs. Is there a stud attractor in it? There is not. Look at that. There is not a stud attractor in this game like there usually is. Alright, let's go ahead and turn on times 6. So now we're getting 48 times the studs. Which is going to make things go even faster. Let's get some blue studs in here. Yeah, look at those numbers going up. Every time it squirts out blue studs, we're getting like 400,000. So the next multiplier is at like 24 million. But as you can see here, it won't take anywhere near as long now. And then we can get the 8 times multiplier, which is going to make it even more insane. Because then it'll be like 380 times multiplier or something like that. It's going to be crazy though, because again, like I've never 100%ed this game. even when I was a kid, never 100%ed it. So it's just insane to think that I'm finally going to be able to do that here tonight. So, coming full circle here. But yeah, Jackbox isn't really something I've ever really played. I've seen a lot of videos and stuff of it, though. Bunch of missable trophies. You have to constantly make saves. Oh, okay, gotcha. I can't rate anything. They gave Days Gone a 6.5. Wasn't it more, like, broken, though, when it released? Like, wasn't it a lot more, like, broken when it first came out? I'm not defending them. I'm just saying, like, wasn't it broken when it came out or something like that? Or am I completely wrong? Again, I'm probably just misremembering a lot of stuff, so I have no idea. Can't take a review from anyone, honestly, at this point. Oh, yeah, I just only care about how I feel about the game at this point. Because there are games that I like that a lot of other people maybe don't. One of those is actually LEGO Star Wars The Skywalker Saga. Most people love it just to play it, like, casually. And then it's the completionists and the trophy hunters that really don't like it. Which I understand why. I fully understand the reason why. Because it is so insanely time-consuming to 100%. But I actually really like the game. I had a lot of fun even doing it twice. I really didn't mind doing it twice. Ended up enjoying it way more than I thought I would, both times. Days Gone's a brilliant game. Just got 100%. Oh, very nice on that 100%. How did Mad Moxie treat ya? We all know the fun of the Mad Moxie DLC, the joy of the Mad Moxie DLC. Joy in quotation marks. Days Gone's a brilliant game. Yeah, and then we're getting the remake or remaster of it. Which, again, at least that one makes some semblance of logical sense to get the remake treatment instead of Horizon, but it still doesn't make sense when, again, we've got Killzone and Infamous and all those other old franchises that deserve it way more. This is why you hate watching streams on your PC. Streams love to buffer on PC. As long as the story isn't as long and bloated as Valhalla, you'll buy it. Definitely your least favorite installment in the series. The rating was, it was too long. Oh, but I'm sure that they gave Assassin's Creed of that year some really good rating, even if it wasn't deserving. I mean, yeah, some games can drag on to be too long, but I don't think Days Gone... I don't think that would be my first description of Days Gone. I don't think that would be anyone's first description of it. Apparently, though, it is going to auto-pop trophies, from what I heard. I heard a rumor that it's going to do trophy auto-pop, which must mean that they're not going to have any trophies for permadeath mode, which is definitely good for you guys that out there that want to play it. If it has no trophies for permadeath, then that's good, although it's very much possible they just add him in later as DLC, which happens a lot, so we'll see what happens. Alright, we're up to 17 million studs. This is going well. You know, multiplayers get... Well, yeah, I mean, I know how to get the multiplier. We're just saving up for it. Few YouTubers you respect enough to listen to their reviews. And again, I still don't even really, like, look at reviews. I mean, I've watched, like, Angry Joe's always fun to watch at times. Sometimes go back to, like, especially his older videos. I don't think I'm subscribed to, like, any review channels, though. At least for games. I'm only mostly subscribed to, like, trophy and food channels and challenge run channels. Stuff like that. Sonic Frontiers on PS4 version. How's that going? That was ass. You found a glitch where it lets you skip around. Yeah, I remember that. It's like if you kill the boss quickly enough on certain rounds, you can skip somewhat. But even so, it's still terrible. I know the feeling. I know the pain of that. Want to see COD Ghosts get a sequel? Yeah, I mean, I've mentioned this before. Ghosts has kind of grown on me over the years. Keep burping. Yeah, Ghosts has kind of grown on me over the years. Like, Extinction Mode, I think, is a lot better than a lot of us probably considered it to be back when the game came out. The campaign itself isn't anything special, but the storyline it sets up is at least unique. And then you have the whole... With the multiplayer, I didn't mind certain aspects of the multiplayer, like the idea of having, you know, you make 6 characters like a squad, and you can have them go off and fight other squads, like AI to AI, which was honestly kind of a cool idea. It was just, I mean, a big part of it was the maps were too big. Everyone remembers that the maps were way too big in that game, so... Alright, we're up to 24 million, so let's go ahead and buy our next multiplier. And now we're going to go really, really fast. Oh, it's only 20 million. Oh, okay, well, I thought it was more than that. I thought it would be 24 million. 55% Game of the Year edition of Borderlands. Okay, so you're making progress. Have No Mouth and You Must Scream is coming soon. Oh, nice, nice. Also been watching Ghostbusters Afterlife. Still need to do Frozen Empire. I have not played any Ghostbusters games, unless you consider Luigi's Mansion to be a Ghostbusters game, which most people probably don't. But yeah, I know what game you're talking about. I Have No Mouth and I Must Scream. Apparently, it's like one of the most disturbingly fucked up point-and-click adventure games ever made. Apparently, so that's exciting. And apparently it's really, really difficult to 100%. Or, not necessarily 100%, but to get the best ending in. Apparently it's super difficult to get the best ending in. Even for being a point-and-click game. Because I guess it's extremely finicky and extremely specific with what you have to do to get the best ending, and it probably was never intended to be gotten with the best ending. Most likely knowing the source material. Alright, 30 million. We are good. So let's go buy that last multiplier now. And the rumored game for the next 2 COD games are Black Ops 2 Sequel by Treyarch. And then Modern Warfare 4 by Infinity Ward. Wonderful. The Black Ops 2 sequel, I'd like to think could be good, but honestly, at this point, who knows anymore? Let's buy some characters, because we got stuff to buy now. Is that all of them? That's all the characters. All characters have been purchased. All hints have been purchased. There's still several more extras that have yet to be purchased. But we will get those soon enough, even though they don't actually count for any trophies. Might as well get them all, though, because we want 100% this game. 97.4%. Let's roll. Well, second Croc remaster's coming out with no more tank controls. Nice. 2027 could be Ghosts or sequel. I honestly don't think we're ever going to get any sort of a sequel to COD Ghosts. I feel like it's just been too long. I just don't see it happening. I don't think the original did well enough. Okay. Now let's rack up 4 billion, with a B, studs. 4 billion studs is a lot in this game. But thankfully now we have the multipliers, we can knock that out in minimal time. We're already at 100 million. Out of 4 billion, actually this is going... Yeah, you're only getting like 40 million studs every time it squirts out, so... Yeah, definitely. That trophy would be awful if you didn't have multipliers in this game. If that was something you had to do in like the original Lego Star Wars, where there was no stud fountain, it would be the worst thing ever. But even the RA lists for Lego Star Wars 1 are actually really easy. Because the game's so uncomplicated that there's really not that many things they can do with it. It's just like 100% the game. And do a few miscellaneous things. It's pretty much all they can do with it. In that game, it's only 17 levels. There's way fewer characters and stuff. You do have to get all the extras, though, which sucks because they're expensive, and in that game, there are no multipliers. And you also can't quit out during levels, so, like, I think there's certain ways you can farm the studs, but I don't know. I don't remember how I did it back when I was a kid. Probably did just grind it through on the bonus level of that game. Apparently the new Xbox in 2027 will have Steam and Epic. Use a guide. Today they released 20th anniversary bundle for God of War Ragnarok. Oh, that's cool. My day's been good, Seth. Epic Games Store giving it some PlayStation exclusives. Oh, well, that's unfortunate. But then again, if they're going to be giving us, like, Halo and Gears of War at some point, I guess it's not that surprising. So we move sort of away from console exclusivity. Ghostbusters Remastered PS4 is worth playing. It's only a gaming PC with Windows OS. COD Ghost did terrible at launch. Yeah, it was the first Call of Duty game to, like, really kind of flop overall compared to all the other ones. Sequel should be called COD Federation. That could be interesting if you, like... Because there's never been one where you play, like, officially as, like, the villains of it. I mean, Advanced Warfare, maybe you could argue that at one point. Black Ops 3, the story makes no sense, but maybe you could find a way to argue that as well. And let's get to 1 billion studs, and I'm going to go buy all the remaining items that I haven't yet purchased. Yeah, even though you need, even to get to 4 billion, even with a stud fountain is kind of insane. So really, like, I have no idea why they would put that trophy in this, because yeah, you have all of this available, but still. Alright, that is everything in the game purchased. All characters, all hints, everything. 97.8%. So I think we're going to take a quick break from the stud fountain after one last quick bath in it. And we're going to go off and do the Lego City level, the very first time it ever was a thing. It'll require at least a little bit of effort, so let's head on over there. This is one that I always had a little bit of trouble with as a kid because there's certain things that are just super finicky to get in this one. And no, you can't bring your multipliers in here before anyone asks. It'd be funny if you could, but it would also completely destroy any purpose of it. Xbox Game of the Year Edition Borderlands, you can import a 360 character. We could sort of do that. Yeah, we've been able to do stuff like that before. Okay, so killing the characters means nothing. So, Lego City. Your goal is to obtain 1 million studs as quickly as possible. There is no actual time limit, you just have to do it. But it's not as easy as it sounds because, if I remember correctly, unlike a few of these later ones, this one does not have any extra studs. You have to get every single stud on this one, I believe. If I remember correctly. Any Lego game not made by Traveler's Tales is not a Lego game. And I mean, most of them are. It's just, really nowadays, we got that random Horizon one, which I still haven't played because I don't have any major interest in it. Can I destroy these for extra? No, I cannot. Alright, we're already up to 64,000, so that's a good start. And then I am going to just use these Ascension Gun points just in case for some reason they trigger something. Looks like they did not. We are going to need a Bounty Hunter here, who can throw a little bit more accurately than that. Okay, can I miss 3 times in a row? Apparently I cannot. MW3 Remastered would be nice. Be interesting if they only did the campaign like MW2. I wouldn't be against that. I mean, the only reason we never got a Modern Warfare 2 Remastered with multiplayer is because they knew that if they released that, no one would buy the new Call of Duties anymore, because that one, as much as people love Call of Duty 4, Modern Warfare 2 is really where it started to sort of take off at. Okay, apparently that did nothing. We'll come back to that later if I run into any problems. Just keep choking people to death, because why not? I believe, like, one of these buildings can only be destroyed from the inside. Maybe it's this one? Yeah, Yeah, one of these buildings you can destroy, but you can only do it from the inside. Apparently it's not that one. I know we have to ride the vehicles as well. It is this one. Or there might be multiple that you can do that with then. Oh, is not that not all the parts? Guess it's not. Destroy everything then. COD Advanced Warfare doesn't need a sequel. I can understand why they might do it. I don't think they would, but I could at least understand that one. Okay, so what is this doing? Aha! That allows us to destroy this building. I don't think the game has any, you know, missable studs or anything like that, at least. At least I really hope it doesn't, but that could explain why I struggled with this sometimes when I was younger. Because it takes a while to get through everything. I hate the Black Ops 3 campaign, it's so bad. The storyline is so dumb. The campaign gameplay isn't that bad. It's just the story that's so terrible. It still makes no sense, and the only way any of it can make sense is if you read, all the dialogue during the final scenes and, slow it down enough to read it. Which is insane. I mean, the zombies in that game is pretty fun, but that's also the zombies, and... Well, I would say it's hard to screw up COD Zombies, but we've seen it screwed up several times, so yeah. You love these levels, feel like LEGO Horizon will come to Plus, then the Funko game. I feel like something... Didn't the Funko game... I guess maybe it didn't come to PS Plus yet. Yeah, I could definitely see that, and definitely the LEGO Horizon game will eventually come to PS Plus. What is doing that do? Okay, that reveals a vehicle. Oh! Okay. But yeah, this is probably one of the more difficult LEGO City levels out there, just because it was the very first one. And, like I said, from what I remember, I don't think it gives you any leeway. I think that every single stud has to be collected. Or it's very close to being every single one of them. Don't want them to release a multiplayer version getting remastered, just want the campaign. And I honestly wouldn't even mind if, Modern Warfare 2 and 3, the original versions, got full remakes, remasters, like the way Call of Duty 4 did, with all that stuff included. I wouldn't be against that, just because, I mean, I played the crap out of those games. I didn't play as much of COD 4 back in the day, because I didn't get the online working until a few months before World at War came out. Technologically challenged, as we all know. Do I have to drive this vehicle? I do. And I think I have to blow up more stuff along the street with the ATST, which we will do that later. For now, let's just grab all the studs. Alright, perfect. Ooh, this one we can actually blow up. Yeah, the more we can actually destroy here, the cleaner the area sort of looks. The easier it is to navigate. Ooh, we can build something from that. It's a tiny house! The tiny house movement was predicted by LEGO. Illuminati confirmed somehow. I don't know. Maybe it confirms the Illuminati, maybe not. Alright, so now we have to do something that we saw in the original LEGO Star Wars and build the word LEGO out of actual LEGO bricks. They did this in the bonus level of the original LEGO Star Wars and brought it back here, and then I don't think they really did it again. Is that... The G may be wrong. Yeah, the G may be slightly out of... Oh, nope. I might not have done the G correctly. Well. We'll find out here if I did the G correctly. That's the only one I'm not sure about. Nope, we got it. Alright, take all them studs. Go on. Destroy the buildings before you force open the windows. Is this one... Yep, halfway there. Can we blow up this? No, we cannot. Yeah, there's no stud magnet in this game. Ooh, destroy the flowers out front for some reason. I don't know why those ones can randomly be destroyed. Other ones can't. It almost looks like there's something almost right there. I think it's just a random stud, though. Alright, already got rid of this house earlier, so... Kill the Tauntauns. Blow up everything we can, all the lampposts, still gotta get those. Little creature things. That house up there is already good. Nothing we can do down there. And what else is down here? Ooh, all the stuff around the animals, so we got another animal we gotta ride here. Okay, nothing from him, that's fine. That skiff is not done yet. Crazy Modern Warfare 2 is the only COD game to have the most amount of versions being released. The OG PS3 version and the MW the campaign. So yeah, that is true. It does have a lot of versions then. Ooh, how do I get up there? Looks like that's something that I need to do. Can I jump out of the ATST to get up there? I know there's also somewhere where you have to, like, walk across the ground to get something to make studs pop out, so I don't know exactly where that is, but I'm sure we'll find it. Okay, destroy everything back here. Yeah, there's somewhere where you have to, like, walk around on the ground to get something, or to get studs to pop out. Or plant... Oh, that might be it up there, actually, where we have to make that happen. Okay. Does this one give us anything? Nope. Just a random extra vehicle you can use. Alright, so let's walk around up here for a second. Or you wants to build a Lego set, put it on your dresser. Oh, I love my Legos, just... I wish they were not quite as expensive. That's the main thing about them, is they're really freaking expensive these days. Even, like, small sets are now. And people were really mad when they released Ahsoka's Jedi Fighter, or whatever it is. Because I watch a few Lego-based channels occasionally, and they were not happy about that one because it was way too expensive for what it was. It was a set that should have cost probably like $30 at most, and they're charging like 45 or 50 bucks for it. And I think it's at least getting review bombed, so maybe LEGO will finally get the message on that. Okay, we are up to 3/4 of the way there. We're going to look around more for other stuff. Not going to lie, I found OG Modern Warfare 3 better than OG Modern Warfare 2. I mean, I feel like OG Modern Warfare 3 might have had more to its, like, multiplayer and stuff that I ended up spending a lot of time on. I think it is the one that I spent the most time on out of every Call of Duty game. At the time, at least, in terms of, like, YouTube videos and stuff. I definitely spent more time on it than I did with most. I made a lot of videos related to it back in the day. No, it's not fully complete. There's still more. There we go. Okay, so that house should be done now. I'll jump around in here a few more times. Ooh, okay, well, blow up the fence. That's fine. Ooh, we can hit these. Awesome. And then we have a bounty hunter thing right here we can destroy, so I'll hit that here in a second. First, blow that up. Same with the 2 Gundams you have. Oh, gotcha. Oh, talking about the campaign. Okay, yeah, that's fair. Like, the campaign was great. I mean, Modern Warfare 2 to me will always be at least a little more memorable, though. Alright, how many are we going to get out of this? We're over 900,000. Let's go. Over 90% of the way there, but now it's going to start to thin out a little bit. Do you have to, like, park the vehicles in there or not? I don't really remember. And anything we can destroy now is good. That's a lot of studs right there. That's a lot of studs over there. Let's plant some seeds. A few more studs there. Awesome, awesome. 962,000. I'm assuming the land speeder is going to give us something as... maybe not. And now for the worst part of this level. Figuring out where the hell the last few studs are that you're missing. Because it's a constant thing that tends to happen on these levels. Oh, I don't know how that even just happened. Yeah, I somehow got the land speeder stuck. So I'm gonna not let that happen. I definitely feel like there's other stuff I'm supposed to walk on. What else can I destroy and what else can I ride? There's more I can destroy at the fire station. No, I already used everything here. Let's ride one of these guys. There we go. There's some studs. Yeah, you never know what's gonna give you what you need. And we did it! So there's slightly more than enough. So there's very slightly more than enough. Awesome! In a galaxy nearby. That wasn't too bad. 14 and a half minutes, not too bad at all. Let's go. Alright guys, we are super close to the end now. Actually took a little bit longer to get through this game, but that's totally fine. Okay, so now that we're back out into the main world here, all we have left is we need studs. We've bought everything, and we have one bonus level left. So we need 4 billion studs and the episode 3 level, and then we're done. So we're basically there. Now we have to farm out another 3 billion studs. Wouldn't 1 billion have been enough? Like, seriously. I think you can survive just fine off 1 billion studs. I don't know why you need 4 billion. But once we get done with this game tonight, I don't know what I'm going to play the rest of the stream. Because we're not going to end it off early or anything like that. I don't know what else I want to play tonight, though. I guess we could play... We could either play the other version of this game, the PS4 version of it, if we wanted to. If people want to see that. I don't know what else, though. I mean, well, you know, Sly 1, I'm pretty close to being done with the PS4 version of that game. That's another possibility. Yeah, I don't know what I necessarily want to play the rest of tonight once we're done here. See how COD World War II is going to be like whenever you start it. I suspect the multiplayer isn't in the best shape anymore. The base game zombie stuff is fairly easy, especially if you have a group for it. Start Sly 3. Not tonight. We're not going to start it tonight. I'm going to start that tomorrow. This was supposed to be a LEGO Star Wars focused stream, and then after that I didn't know what I would play next, but we'll probably start that tomorrow. It'll be kind of nice to get back onto Sly, though, and get back on that grind. It's not really that much of a grind, but regardless, be able to get done with another Sly Cooper game, and then I'll just have the PS4 version of that game, which I'll probably work on while editing the video. So it's fine. Sort of work on all that together. Not even at 2 billion yet. This is, again, this is actually, like, I'm surprised at this being that grindy. Even by LEGO standards, this is very unusual. But it'll be another LEGO game done, which is awesome. I wonder if there's a way to just, like, stand on top of the stud fountain and just infinitely collect from as soon as it shoots out. There's probably a way to glitch your way up there. I'm just not sure how to do it. I bet there's a way to, though. I wonder. Oh, can I get up? Oh, I can't get up there? Alright. If I could get up a little bit higher and hover over to there, maybe. I don't know, I'm just trying to think of ways to automate my laziness. Double XP from multiplayer in that now. Oh, that's good. Excited for Sly 3. Oh, for sure. I'm definitely excited for it. It's a fun game. Plus, there's no collectibles to worry about this time. Which is also really, really nice. Yeah, no collectibles to worry about for once, so that's going to be pretty awesome. It's really just finish all of the missions and do all of the challenges, which are not always easy, of course. And then there's also some miscellaneous trophies in, like, each chapter for things you have to do during jobs and stuff. Which I don't know how bad any of those are going to be. But on Sly 1's PS4 version, I finished off Vicious Voodoo, and I finished off the Panda Kings level. So those are both done. And I finished off the Master Thief Sprint, so all I have left in the PS4 version of that game is just the final world and then the final safe that you can't get until you beat the final world. So yeah, very close to being done with that as well. Very exciting. I'll get that done very soon. But the next thing I do want to work on is the LEGO Star Wars 2 video because, like I said before, I kind of want to prioritize this one. Just because the game is fairly popular right now and it's done really, really well for streaming on this channel for some reason. I guess a lot of people have the same nostalgia for it. What am I working on right now? 4 billion studs. You need to have 4 billion studs in your possession at one time. And we're not quite yet at 3 billion. It's a really dumb trophy, but we're going to get there soon. We're maybe like 5 minutes away from it. Can't wait for your favorite part. I can't wait to bring back some memories on that game. I remember there being a few rather annoying missions, though, during it. Like maybe the Dimitri missions or something. Kind of annoying. Alright, 3 billion, so we are 3/4 of the way there. It's gonna take a while. Nah, Spider, we're already close. We're 3.1 billion. Maybe another 5 minutes and we're gonna be done. And then we got PowerWash Simulator 2 coming out, hopefully later this year. Can't freaking wait for that. And also means that they're basically done with PowerWash 1, aside from... I think they've got 2 more of the Muckingham files to release, which are basically smaller series of jobs that you can do that give more story, I guess you could call it. But they never have trophies, so... once those are out, I think PowerWash will be done, and then we'll just be waiting for the second one. which will probably get DLC for the next 10 years, and then eventually it'll get a PS6 version that will also get DLC for the next 10 years. But I am excited for that game. It's going to be fun. It's going to be a good time. At least it's not 10 billion like Skywalker Saga. Well, the thing about Skywalker Saga is that you get the multipliers so much earlier in that game. Like, you can get the multipliers way earlier and for way cheaper in that game versus in this one. So it's really not even a grind at all. You don't need the stud fountain or anything in Skywalker Saga. With this one, it's just the fact that you can literally, like, basically 100% the game and at best have the ×2 and ×4 multipliers unlocked. It's very different from a lot of the other LEGO games in that sense, because usually you can get those red bricks pretty early. I don't remember what the complete saga did, but I think starting with, like, Indiana Jones, it was a lot more reasonable to do stuff like that. Yeah, I think that sort of started with Indiana Jones when it started being a little bit more reasonable, a little bit easier. Alright, we're almost there. This is our next to last trophy. I think, does the stud counter max out at 4 billion, and that's why it's the trophy? Yep, that's what it is. So, the stud counter in this game actually maxes out at 4 billion, which is insane to think that the games used to do that. That's really, really weird, to be honest. That's super weird. I hate those missions. No, a lot of people hate the plane missions. You don't mind them. I don't remember the plane missions as much. I'm talking more like the Dimitri missions when you're swimming. God, those are kind of annoying. You have to react super fast on them, too. Okay, all we have left, Episode 3, Darth Vader. I think that is a very fitting way to end the game. Let's do it. Episode 3, Darth Vader. So, this is, of course, a remake of the mission, or I don't even think it's a remake. I think it's just a straight port of the mission from the original LEGO Star Wars that concluded the original LEGO Star Wars. Oh, and this is probably not a good thing for my health, but I found out that my local Food Lion sells packs of 4 Mexican Coca-Colas. So, I've partaken in that a few times. It's not like I drink 4 in a day, don't get me wrong, I'm not that crazy. But, I found that out, so that's probably not the healthiest to know. It's probably not super healthy to know that. But you can get them for cheaper that way. And then along with that, I remember you guys told me about Mexican Dr. Pepper one time a few weeks ago. And yeah, it's a real thing. I looked it up. I have no idea where you get it from. I also don't know why these levels have the True Jedi thing pop up, because it's not like they actually do anything. I guess you do get to keep the studs here? That's really weird. Okay, so actually, I think people have said, burping, that this is where you're supposed to farm studs in the original LEGO Star Wars, instead of during the final mission. Oh, okay, so I'm close to the end. Yeah, instead of during the bonus mission, you're supposed to farm studs here? Oh, well, that was dirt. That was dickish. And, like, you can grab a lot of studs quickly and then you just, like, run in or something. I don't know if that's true or not. That's never how I farmed studs back in the original game. And, like, none of the mini-kits are around, so it's kind of weird that some of this, all this stuff is here. Man, this brings back some memories, though, Oh, I remember this very well. Yeah, no mini-kits. I'm actually very surprised that they didn't put the mini-kits in from the original game. They didn't have to add, like, challenge mode or anything, but they could have at least put the mini-kits and stuff in and actually had a visible true Jedi meter. It would have been cool if they had done that, because, like, they even have, like, the R2 panel here that you can't access during story. So, I don't know why they wouldn't have done that, but, I mean, they didn't. I guess they had their reasons. I wouldn't have had a problem with it, though, if they had decided to do that. And getting to play these levels with all the cheats and stuff is pretty fun. Not gonna lie. Defending the plane hanger sucks. Oh, gotcha. Your store sells them in 4-packs sometimes. A lot of times you get yours individually. I still sometimes get mine individually, but if I can get them in a 4-pack, it's cheaper. And I'll drink them eventually, so yeah. But yeah, whoever told me about the Mexican Dr. Pepper, it is a real thing. I have looked that up now. I just don't know where I get them at. Maybe off of Amazon? I don't really know how buying soda off of Amazon is supposed to work. But maybe it does? But that is definitely something I need to try at some point, because Dr. Pepper has become, like, my favorite soda. I don't know, something about the taste of it I really like, especially if you get it from a fountain drink fountain. Oh, sorry, Anakin. Oh, man, this brings back some memories. Yep, I remember this level very well from the original LEGO Star Wars. Apparently so well that I can fall off and die early on in it, because I am oh so smart. That wasn't the way I was supposed to go at all. I'm supposed to go for the platform over there. So I could have saved a little bit of time on stud farming by just doing this first, but I think this is a more epic way to end the game. So, interesting thing about this. You can play the final battle as Anakin and fight Obi-Wan as Anakin. And we have the super lightsaber, so we're doing double damage, which is awesome. But you can play the final level as Anakin, and it gives you a different cutscene. A very slightly different cutscene. In fact, that's what it looks like if you play as Anakin. And if we play as Obi-Wan, it looks almost the same, I believe. And I think this platform collapses eventually. So basically you get slightly extra cutscene if you play as Anakin. Which is really, really cool. And there's our platinum. End of the beginning. Our last character, may the Force brick with you. Well, that was an amazing experience. I am not going to lie, that is one of the funnest platinums I've gone for in a while. This game has a lot of nostalgia to me. I've discussed that before, like, not as much as the original LEGO Star Wars, to be fair. Original LEGO Star Wars will always have my heart in that way. But this has so much nostalgia because I love the original Star Wars trilogy. Those are some of my favorite movies of all time. And I loved this game as a child. It was one of my absolute favorites as a child on PS2. Then again, the PS2 was just loaded with amazing games. 100% at 24.5 hours, very solid. Could have definitely done it a little bit faster, though, if I really had to. Yeah, fountain soda hits different, that's for sure. Drink your Mexican Coke that day on your birthday. Oh, very nice, very nice. But yeah, like, this game just, to me, is so good. It's so much fun. And I mean, it was a big part of my childhood. I played this game a lot. I played the Lego Indiana Jones game a lot. That was another one that I really played a lot of and 100%ed. At least once or twice. So, played those. Lego Batman, not as much. I'm not as big into that kind of stuff. Alright, let's upload all of my save data to the cloud. Apparently, I never uploaded it to the cloud before now. We're going to upload it there just to be safe, because we can delete it now. But that was a great experience, because, again, that was a part of my childhood, and getting to play through it again at a time in my life that's been very questionable on a lot of stuff. It was really good to have this game here. A lot of trying to figure out, what the hell exactly I want to do. Because I'm realizing that I honestly kind of hate the field that I'm in. I've come to that realization over the last couple of years, partially because I've gotten screwed over by so many employers. Makes me wonder. But getting to go back and play this, it was a good way to get away from that. It was a good way to zone out and do something really fun here. Pretty solid trophy image for the Platinum. The other ones aren't insanely complicated. But for the Platinum Trophy, you have to beat the game, of course, so beat all 18 missions for the first 3 trophies. True Jedi mode in both free play and story. This is one of the only games in the series, if not the only one, where you have to do it in both free play and story. Though the requirements are sometimes different in other games by level. Or between free play and story, I mean. So they got it on Amazon, $24 for 6 bottles. Good gods, that's $4 a bottle. That's no different from if you bought like a Mexican Coke in a restaurant or something. Collect all the mini kits in the level, but you're going to have to do that for gold bricks anyway. Get a gold brick in the challenge mode. You're going to have to do that for all the gold bricks anyway. Power bricks. Again, you do not have to get all the power bricks in this game. You only have to get one of them. Though it's recommended to get all of them, just so you can actually not want to die from going for the 4 billion studs. Finish any of the super stories with the best possible time. Episode 4 is by far the easiest of the 3, but I actually ended up getting through Episode 6 surprisingly easily on this. I'm still shocked at how well that went. Character and mini-kit bonus, nothing much to worry about with those. Those are fairly easy. All gold bricks in all 3 chapters, so all 99 gold bricks. Most of them are easy. A few of the challenge levels are a little annoying. The last super story is definitely cutting it a little bit close. Finish the Lego City level, 15 minutes there. Nothing much to worry about with that. Purchase everything. Well, not everything. You have to purchase all the hints, which costs almost nothing. And you do have to purchase all the characters, which does cost several million studs. But that's nothing once you get your 4 billion, so it doesn't really matter. Ghost character is one of those. Purchase any of the extras, but you're going to be buying multiple of them. Hold 6 million studs at once. You're going to need that for the 4 times multiplier. Finish the 3 extra bonus levels, which are just, again, ports of the levels from the original game. Build yourself a nice custom character of some kind. Purchase everything for characters and vehicles. And then hold those 4 billion studs at once. I really wanted this to end up being also trophy number 100 or 30,000. Almost got that, but when Astrobot got all of its DLC, that kind of threw a wrench into that plan, so yeah. I mean, Astrobot was fun too, don't get me wrong, the Platinum was, at least for the most part, but like, this was such a treat. I didn't know if this was ever actually going to get trophies, and the fact that it did was just amazing. Could not be happier about that. It's an easy Platinum. It's, 25-hour easy Platinum. Definitely a little more poorly aged, maybe, than some of the LEGO games. But again, if you got the nostalgia for it, you're going to have a blast with this Platinum. And that was number 860. All right. So 40 more to go. Or 39 to go, and then we'll do 900. Whatever the hell I decide to do for 900. Guess it costs more because it's likely to break. It's that, and just it's the fact you're importing it from Mexico, because I've never seen a store sell it. There's like a Mexican type of Sprite that I've seen my store sell, and something else, but I ain't never seen Mexican Dr. Pepper for sale in any store in this country. That's probably why. Yeah, that's another one. I really hope Off the Rails does. And I mean, like, this one got it. It took many months. Same thing with the original Thrillville. They took many months, but they eventually got it. And then Off the Rails came out the same time as the original Thrillville, so you would have thought it would get them by now. But if you can still wait all these months and still get them, I suspect that Off the Rails might eventually get trophies. I just don't understand what they're getting at with their release schedule on this. Because they're only giving us 2 to 3 classic games a month. There's thousands. I think it's thousands. There's at least hundreds, if not probably thousands. And for some reason, they're only giving us like 2 to 3 a month. And then they're not always giving them trophies. But then they sometimes patch trophies in later. I don't really understand their development model with that. I don't know. I don't really understand that. I'm hoping that they eventually give more of them trophy lists. Singing God of War games will get imported to PlayStation Classic since today's 20th anniversary. Yeah, it would have been a good time for it. Phantom Menace Episode 1 for PS1. Yeah, that one doesn't have trophies, but like this one randomly got them. But that one's newer, I think, so maybe it will later on. I don't know. I really don't know. But yeah, so that's another game complete. What to play now? What to play now, folks? We got a few options here. Burping. Burping is always an option. But we've got the rest of the PS4 version of Sly. I have one world left on that. We could start the PS4 version of Lego Star Wars. Which, I mean, now I know exactly what to do for everything. Just, I won't be platinuming the whole thing on stream again. I'm going to start Sly 3 tomorrow. I'm going to save that for tomorrow. Which I'm definitely excited for. PowerWash. There's still several DLC type levels that I haven't done. And it's a nice, relaxing, fun game to play. Like, I've still got most of the Lara Croft DLC to play on this one. And then there's like 3 Christmas levels I have to play. Nah, I give Lego Star Wars a break. Okay, that's fair, because it is the only thing I've streamed for like 2 weeks straight, aside from 40 minutes of Astrobot one day. If you're wondering why Black Ops 3 is still installed, it is purely because of that guide that me and Lewis are writing. We're making good progress on that, though. I don't know when it's going to get done. We still got several levels left to go and several accolades and stuff. But it's been an interesting thing to write. I mean, playing the game on Veteran is kind of funny because it's such a joke if you know what to do and you have the right gear set up and stuff. Now, doing it without dying is a whole other story. At some point, I gotta start the PS5 version of Minecraft, but this is what my list of games currently looks like. Some of these are specifically purchased for the next Platinum Dumpster Dive. That's a Dumpster Dive game. None of these are. I know that Choo Choo Charles is probably not going to get the hardcore update, but part of me is still like worried that it will get added like 2 years later. That's for the next Dumpster Dive. Nothing here for the Dumpster Dive. They're all too long of games for a Dumpster Dive stream. That's a Dumpster Dive game. Ooh, yeah. That's another game I want to do, is Life is Strange Remastered, but do them with only hitting circle for decisions unless they're required to get a collectible, and just see how poorly that goes. That could be entertaining, because at least it's only, 10 hours versus the 40 hours or whatever The Walking Dead was. Life of Black Tiger, that's a stream in and of itself. No platinum trophy, just 100%. That is a stream in and of itself that I will be doing at some point. I bought it at some point because I didn't want it to get delisted. Other games that aren't going to fit the Dumpster Dive. Metamorphosis is too long. This one maybe makes it into the Dumpster Dive. I can't remember how long it is. Too long there. No Man's Sky is a genuinely good game now, but I think they're actually done updating it. That's a Dumpster Dive game, because it's like a 5-minute interactive movie. Nubla 2, that is one I really need to go back to at some point, because I did the original all those times. Oceanhorn 2, super excited to play this at some point, because I love the original. Opus Castle, I think, is just 100%. Paintings Restoration, I think, is a platinum that I bought for the Dumpster Dive. Perfect Ninja Painter will be for the Dumpster Dive. What else is That'll be Dumpster Dive. That one's too long for Dumpster Dive. Too long for Dumpster Dive. That's a Dumpster Dive. That's probably a Halloween game one year at some point. I've just been lazy about actually doing it on Halloween. That's a visual novel game. 70 updates for it. I just love the game, so keeping it there. Too long. That's a Dumpster Dive. That's a punishment. Next time I fail a challenge, that's only there as punishment that I have to platinum it if I fail a challenge in the future. So I haven't bought as many, like, dumpster divey games so far. What made me think I was getting a nightmare mode? Because the PC version got a nightmare mode. And that nightmare mode is brutally, brutally hard for those who have never actually played the game. It's insanely hard. And then some of these others are not quite shovelware, like Bullet Beat. These aren't quite shovelware, but they're not, like, super high-quality games. This is an Artifacts Monday game, by the way. But it's apparently one of the easier ones. Heavy Fire Red Shadow. That's one I really need to get around to playing, because it's apparently terrible, but I've done all the other Heavy Fire games at some point. We've got a Jak and Daxter game in here. That'll be fun to do at some point. Kona is an underrated game. This one was really good on the PS4. From what I remember. It was actually one of the better little indie titles. Still gotta do PS5 version of Minecraft at some point. I know there's probably trophy worlds for it, but we'll get around to that at some point. PJ Masks. I really just need to go ahead and do these games just to get them out of here permanently because they're such a waste of space. They're an insane waste of space. Resistance Retribution. I need to be following a guide for this one just because of the collectibles for the DLC, so I only have to beat the game once. You know what? We'll start out with some Sly 1 on the PS4. We'll play a little bit of Sly 1 on the PS4. See if we can get this Platinum Trophy tonight. This will be a good little time sink, because we only have one world left. Or, I only have one world left. I don't know what you guys have left. I have one world left, and one safe to open that you can't open until you beat the final level. So we could probably finish this tonight. Might as well do something. Yeah, I'll do PJ Masks at some point. I'll probably save that for a vote stream, though. One where you guys vote on what we're going to play next. I think that's like a... It's probably a one-stream game, but it's also a full one-stream game, most likely. So probably not great for tonight, given we've already been going for an hour and a half. We will do it eventually, though. Secret Agent Clank. Gotta do that one at some point.
We were on our way to the
all those downloadable games with Rewind.
While looking over what little information I had
you own that game but haven't done it either.
I began to notice something.
I'll do it at some point for sure. But like I said, probably just gonna end up saving it for like
which looks very similar to the
sometime when I'm doing like a you guys pick the platinum type of thing.
Or is there something?
Because those are fun to do. I haven't done one of those in a while, so maybe once we get done with Sly 3, that's the next thing we'll do. Get through Sly 3, and then just do a, you guys pick 1 or 2 platinums in a row or something. Let you guys vote on it. That'd be a good way to do things in the future. Yeah, that'd be a good thing to do for the future, would be something like that. So, like, probably once I finish Sly 3, we can do a pick a platinum night or 2. And we can have PJ Masks on there. We can have Call to Sea, which I think is actually supposed to be a pretty decent game. Maybe there's another kids game I can throw into that list as well. I don't know. We will figure that out, though, once Sly 3's done. Sly 3 is going to take, like, probably at least 5 streams. It's definitely longer than Sly 1, so probably, like, at least 5 streams, maybe longer. Oh, well. Ah, how did that hit me? Because it's 5 or 6 worlds. There's no collectibles, but there are the Master Thief challenges. Okay, I don't think that hit me, but okay, fine. I'm a stand-up kind of guy. I'm a stand-up kind of guy. I'm a stand-up kind of guy. My voice should not go that high in the future. And I also really want to check some things with my capture card for PS3 to be able to stream on PS3 again and see if, like, maybe I'll do like a test stream of that would be viewable to you guys and be in private. But I really want to get that stuff working again so I can stream a few PS3 games. Because then, like, I could potentially stream something like Shadow of the Colossus if I want to do that for 900 potentially. It would allow me to stream the old Call of Duty games again if I had any reason to, like a Mike Banning challenge for them. Like, specifically for, like, OG Modern Warfare 3 and stuff like that. Let's see about that, though. Just did Ratchet & Clank's Size Matters for the PS4 and PS5 as a PSP childhood game for you. Really enjoyed it. Solid, solid. Bratz game wasn't that horrible. Isn't it like a musical, though, to the point at which if I did it, it would probably get me in trouble with copyright? Wolfenstein 2's Mayan Leben playing blindfolded. I couldn't get through Fallout 3 blindfolded while being guided by my girlfriend at the time. So that would be, not the best idea in the world. New Barbie game doesn't look that bad either. Blind Leben.
Remember to use our new battering ram by hitting
Blind Life.
if anyone tries to
That literally translates to Blind Life. Okay, I didn't actually look at the controls, so I might actually lose this. Oh, this level's annoying. This is, like, the only really bad level in the Clockwork Castle. Because it's so, like, random with a lot of stuff. These guys can just randomly start breaking things they shouldn't be able to. You'll just miss everything suddenly, or just get very unlucky. Luck is a little bit of a factor in this. And me not sucking ass at games is also a factor in this, but I don't claim to not suck ass at games most of the time, outside of, like, Fallout. But yeah, I mean, I tried to beat Fallout 3 that time with my girlfriend guiding me through it at the time. Which, I know that wasn't like a super highly viewed stream or a particularly good idea or anything like that, but... Okay, we're absolutely getting demolished. I'm gonna retreat a little bit. So yeah, like, that was a really fun stream, honestly. I had a lot of fun with that, even if it didn't get a lot of views back in the day. And it was a terrible idea. But I actually legitimately had fun doing that. With Blair trying to guide me through how to play or where to go in Fallout 3. And it's like I know the game well enough that I could about do it blindfolded if I had someone that could just tell me what direction to look in. Because a lot of the time, you know, you can just use VATS in that game, because VATS is completely overpowered in the earlier Fallout, in those Fallout games, compared to, like, 4 and 76. Alright, well, we did better this time, but it might not be quite enough. And why would there be exactly enough monitors for someone to win by 1? That's just dumb. Okay, I think I might have lost again. Let's go back to somewhere where I was ahead. And, like, there's definitely other... I've talked about it before. There is a really, really bad challenge run idea I have for Fallout 76. Oh, almost. We're doing better. The one for Fallout 76 is not one that I would stream because it would take forever and would get super boring for you guys if I were to stream the entirety of it. What I might do is, like, stream the first and the last parts of it. What? They do throw more than you need. Hang on. It's a PS5 trophy list. They're never going to remove that trophy. Does have music in it? Oh, okay. Then yeah, that's probably not a great idea for me to stream then. Same with like the JoJo Siwa game probably has music in it. So it's not actually a limited number. It is an unlimited number fall. Wow, okay, I never knew that before. Well, now I know. Now I know. Not that it matters because this is the last version of the game. But I didn't know that. So cool. Found something new out today. There's like 3 or 4 more levels of this, so we're a little ways away from being done with it. Just keep it to only beating... Yeah, I am Death Incarnate, blindfolded, maybe. I'd also have to have probably better headphones for that.
She looks trapped.
Serves that cop right. She's been
But yeah, we did Fallout 3. That was...
It's just a misunderstanding.
Again, I still don't care what anyone says. That was a really fun, terrible idea for a challenge. And then the terrible idea for a challenge now is in Fallout 76. Which is why, like, I might stream, like, the very first episode of it and the very last episode of it. Because it's... No one else has ever done it. I'm not sure anyone has ever done a challenge run for Fallout 76 for obvious reasons. And it's easily one of the worst ideas that's ever come into my mind. But I think it could potentially be entertaining as a video. Even if I absolutely go insane trying to do it. Because I'm not even going to say it's something I can do. Because I'm not entirely sure it is something that's doable. Okay, where am I supposed to go from here? To here? Oh. Now we're good. We're good. Knock the platform down. That is most certainly a trap, so... In Owlee's, most likely. And now we have a barrel. Good old barrel. Barrel is good. Nah, screw easy. We need to make it super hard. Was my toy knife only on the hardest difficulty of Fallout 3 not hard enough for people? Because that is still one of the... Certainly not the dumbest idea I ever had for a challenge run by any means, but definitely up there. And it was fun. Like, it was kind of fun, actually, because I'm the only person in the world that was stupid enough to try it. Oh, we almost had it. Hang on, we can do it. Alright, that level wasn't too bad. Spree Carmelita. Talking about for Wolf 2, yeah.
You got me wrong, Miss Fox. I'm here to rescue
I can beat Fallout 3 without even turning on my PS3. That is very true, because I could turn on my PS5 and stream it through PS5. That is very true. If I ever decide to try to do something like that. Oh, great. Got some jokers trying to comment during the stream. Alright, loser. You were getting a little block for that. You are going to get a quick block for that. What a loser. What an absolute loser. You are officially blocked. What an absolute loser. How pathetic do you have to be? Like, seriously, how pathetic are you, dude? Oh, I can't report him once he's blocked. Dang it. Let's get rid of that. Yeah, what a loser. Alright, so this one we have to actually pick up these little yellow things, and there's 13 of them we have to get. And I also have to not die too much during this, because you die in like one... Well, no, I don't know if you die in exactly one hit. Yeah, it makes me wonder if I shouldn't just, like, stop accepting people's friend requests entirely. Just knowing that shit like that happens, so it's like... I don't know most of these people that add me. I feel like a lot of them just are there to be, like, weird and stuff like that, so... I don't know, maybe I should just close off my friends list outside of, if I'm boosting trophies with someone and I need to add someone. I might actually do that. Man, seriously, what a pathetic little loser that was. Your life is so sad and pathetic that you go in and try to message streamers and stuff. Because you probably suck at Roblox. And are so pathetic in life that you have no friends, probably. Get a lot of people saying weird stuff in messages. I mean, I get it too, but it's not that big a deal. It's just like probably was someone that was doing it specifically to wait for a stream to try to get into a video. Because they think that somehow people are actually going to be interested in that. Because they're too much of a retard to realize that people find that stuff annoying and don't care. And then it'll get you blocked and reported and off of PlayStation Network eventually. Alright, there's only one left. Oh god. There's a lot of things flying around the screen. Alright, we're good. Yeah, seriously, if a Roblox account, like, you couldn't promote something cool or interesting? No, you picked fucking Roblox. Like, again, how much of a loser can you possibly be? One of your messages are always boosting groups. I remember when we used to have the epidemic of, like, spam accounts that were like, I want you to be my boyfriend or whatever type of accounts, like porn accounts. We used to would get those back in, like, several years ago.
I tried to throw you behind bars, but when you get a chance to leave me in a cage, you set me free. Why?
Carmelita, we may be on opposite sides of the law, but
yeah, I might end up just, like, shutting down friend requests for a while. Because I've gotten a couple of, like, probably fake accounts recently trying to add me. Or that just say things that seem very fake. So, I may just end up, like, shutting down adding friend requests for a while. Outside of if I'm boosting something and need it.
It's been in my family for generations.
Oh yeah, they would always have the same pictures and stuff. Roblox. I have absolutely no interest in Roblox.
Now that we're a team and all, I need to leave your side.
Hold on.
Although I will say, like, at least...
Once we beat Clockwork, I'm coming after you.
At least it's not like a platinum trophy, so it's not like a shovelware type of platinum the way that we've gotten these days, so... It's a legitimate 100%, or at the very least, it's just 100%. Oh shit! Okay, right. I have to be more careful here. Yeah, at least it's only 100%. It's not a super easy, like, joke fake platinum. It's a legitimate, like, you have to do legitimate, or not necessarily legitimate things, but it's a 100% game, so you don't get a platinum for doing it. I wonder what the retro achievements were for this particular level. I feel like it's probably like 100% accuracy without Sly taking damage. Excuse me? Did that not work? That was weird. He didn't take damage there. I think there's things I do have to shoot here to move him forward. Yeah, random eagles flying around. Or clockwork birds, whatever you want to call them. Well, no, they're owls. They're not eagles. Owls and eagles are different. Owls can turn their heads the entire way around, while eagles are the symbol of America. America. Make sure they don't come in behind me, because I think they do here. Yes, they do. Oh, okay, what? What was I supposed to do there? Didn't kill him. If they're not going to die in one hit, then, Sly shouldn't die in one hit either. Well, I think he's got a silver horseshoe, so I think he's got 2 hits, but still, like, if I'm gonna... If these things don't die in one hit, then Sly shouldn't die in one hit. Let's just blow up the later one first, so we can just run on through to the end. Perfect! That would have been a lot more annoying to do without rewind, just because things don't die instantly, but it's okay. Ooh, this might be the final level. It's either the last or next to last.
Where's Carmelita's jetpack? Right where she said it would be.
No, it's not the last level. We still got to get up to that jetpack first.
The death ray got destroyed as you were making a run for your Cade. You'd better hurry. This whole thing is about to fall apart.
I'm on it.
Let's go. It's time for some rail grinding. Or rope grinding, I guess. Or other types of grinding that we probably can't mention on YouTube because it's probably going to get you in trouble somehow.
Climb, Sly, climb!
Climb, Sly, climb! Oh, man. Almost. So you can skip through that if you're fast enough. Break these. Jump onto that. Use... well. That was weird. There we go. Keep going. Oh, this one we have to actually be a little more active on climbing. Alright, climb up these ones. Okay then. Just randomly go in the wrong direction. Come on, Sly. Come on now. Hey, how are you missing that jump? Is there a reason why you're missing that jump consistently? Can I not jump to that? That's weird. Okay, you know what? I don't care. I will take that. That was kind of weird. He wouldn't jump to that one particular ledge, but it's okay, because we are going to be able to beat this anyway. Oh! I shouldn't have jumped to that so quickly. Moving too quickly there, but we're good. I walked right into that because I'm stupid. Okay, that wasn't my fault. When the Cooper hits the circle button, he's supposed to grab... Alright, we got time before the lava gets here, so I think we're fine, yeah. Alright, Death Ray Destruction! Excellent. Still more to go, though. Hey, Zinky! Icy Shadows is as long as Odyssey, so pretty grindy, 70 hours. Don't do grindy games as often. Most recent was Cold War, about 70. Someone was saying, I think it was Drez was saying it was like 50 hours.
Sly, behind you!
Sly
Now we enter the final couple of missions.
Lost chamber destroyed by Death Ray. Remarkable. You Coopers always find a way to beat me.
Always. So that was you in the background of all those old pictures in the Thievius Raccoonus. How old are you?
Perfection has no age.
What? You're immortal?
Revenge is the pride
Sort of.
and the fountain of youth. I've kept myself alive for hundreds of years with a steady diet of jealousy and hate, awaiting a day when I would finally eclipse your families.
Or just spare parts, probably. Because apparently you're part
Missiles
robot.
hurt him but seem to create holes in his armor. Shoot into the gaps I create.
I will do that, Carmelita.
My intellect is refined. My experience is greater.
Yeah, you probably have to, like, beat these fights without taking damage and stuff on the other version. Ooh, damage is actually doing well here, but this is a multi-phase fight. There's no way it's just a single phase. Yeah, this is absolutely a multi-phase type of fight. How did I miss that? There we go. I don't know how I missed the first... Hey, still not down. Darn it. Take it out. Come on, take it out. There we go. There we go. First phase is down. What's our next phase? So no, there's more to it.
Nice shooting, Sly. You got him.
No, we didn't. There's 3 phases to every boss fight.
You're so familiar with my family. You must have known my father had a son. If you hated the Coopers so much, why did you let me live when you stole the Thievius Raccoonus?
Because I wanted to show the world that without your precious book, the Cooper line was nothing.
Ah, well, there's where you're wrong. The Thievius Raccoonus...
So your pride is going to be your downfall.
...to create the Thievius Raccoonus.
That's basically what he's saying, is that his pride is his downfall.
It ends here. I will finish you like a
Twice the pride, double the fall. You're not that much of a master thief if we were able to track you down, so... I mean, seriously, you're not that much of a master if we were able to track you down so easily. And I mean, you would think you would have maybe had weapons that could do a little more damage? Or were like full area of attack, maybe? Or area of effect type weapons? You get what I mean. Something like a nuclear bomb. There are probably nukes in this universe. It's our universe just populated by animals, so nuclear bombs are probably a thing. Sly 5, Nuclear Apocalypse. Coming never, because there will never be another Sly game, most likely. Just working on Tony Hawk's plat. Ooh, nice.
Now's your
Hope it's going well for you.
You've got to get to his head and destroy it before his auto.
I am. 7. Flowers.
Oh, come on. There we go. Yeah, I'm sure there's like an RA thing for like, don't get hit by any of his lasers or anything like that. I'm sure that's a thing. Just thinking as to what I would expect to see on... Oh, I almost had it. Oh, what? That was some bad luck right there. I just beat him up, beat him up, beat him up. Alright, well, that was pretty easy.
It took some tricky maneuvering.
He's not one of the harder
Just smashed
fights.
that last piece of
He's
the
more
Thievius
difficult than
Raccoonus
someone like
from
Miss
Clockwork's
Ruby
Claw.
or
I had taken down 18
Mugshot.
of the Fiendish Five.
Like, those two are
Raleigh,
more difficult.
Mugshot.
Like, I would say that
Panda King.
Panda King's probably the
Finally,
easiest
Clockwork.
boss fight, then
I've
Sir
beaten them all
Raleigh
one
are
by
both...
one
They're
and
both
reclaimed my
fairly easy.
birthright.
Clockwork's
Of course, there
actual
was no
boss
way I
fight,
could
not
have
the
gotten
getting
here
to him, but
without
the
the help of
actual
my
boss
pals.
fight's probably in
I
the
know
middle.
this hasn't been easy for them.
And then I would
They
say
stuck with me
it's
through it all.
more of a competition between Mugshot and Miss Ruby
It
for
took
the
a lot of
hardest
guts for him
fight.
to get out in the field with me.
Miss Ruby because it's
I know he
broken.
was scared.
Mugshot because he's
More heart than anyone I've
legitimately
ever known.
kind of challenging,
Thank goodness for Bentley.
at least in certain phases.
Without his expertise, I'd have never found my
I
way
have to
out
find a
that
boosting group
rooftop
W
in
with
Paris.
COD Vanguard.
A guy couldn't ask
For
a better
which
gang
part of
friends.
it? Because you can do all the multiplayer stuff
Who
without
could
any
ever
boosting or
forget the lovely
anything.
Carmelita?
And you can do all the zombie stuff without
like we're not
boosting
gonna be
either,
friends
because the
anymore.
zombies really...
Now the clockwork
Really
sketch
isn't
rate is
hard?
out of commission. We're back to playing cops and robbers.
Once you're done with
I
Lego
thought for
City, you'll
sure she
platinum
was
Lego
gonna
Star
slap the
Wars.
handcuffs
Sounds
on me
good.
right then and there. But instead, she was true to her word and gave me that 10-second head start.
10 seconds is good.
9, 8, 7.
Oh, for the zombies?
6, 5.
It would make it less
4,
boring,
3,
but you really do not need a co-op partner for Vanguard zombies.
1.
And he handcuffed her. Good job.
I felt bad leaving her stranded on that giant rock, but I knew it wouldn't be long before we'd see each other again.
Alright. Can I seriously not skip cutscenes? I can't. Alright, one trophy left here. We're missing one safe. It's of course the one you can't get yet. So that's good. Started Lego Incredibles, so be on that now. Sounds good. You can get the multiplayer trophies in Zombies mode. I don't know if you can get all of them in Zombies mode. That's the same about Cold War, which you need someone to help you with. But this one, you don't even have to do the Easter egg. Like this one, there's not even an Easter egg to worry about. Yeah, this one you don't even have to do an Easter egg, so you don't have anything to worry about. I have no idea what they say about this music. Hopefully it's not copyrighted. I am just looking up stuff on apps and such because we have a little bit of time until anything... I'm actually... Oh, you could skip this, but I guess not. Vanguard have you do? It's really just grinding. You have to buy all of the perks, I think, in a single game, but there's only 5. So I think you have to do that. And then... you have to spend like 13 hearts or something. But you can do over multiple games.
You're gonna have to go back and unlock all the vaults to find the pages you're missing. There is some good news though. A friend of mine in Japan just sent me this really cool movie. And guess what? It's all about us.
Oh, cool. There's a movie now. Alright, so we need to head back to Fire in the Sky because there is one level where there is something missing. It is Duel by the Dragon. Let's knock out our final trophy here. Yeah, it's really just the grinding. There's no Easter egg or anything.
Freeze, raccoon!
How can I freeze when my heart warms at the very sight of you?
Shut up, Ringtail. I don't know what you're doing here in China, but I'm sure it can't be good for whoever owns this place.
You must only have eyes for me if you're too blind to see what's going on around here.
All I see is a pathetic...
We can't
thief
skip
who's
this.
escaped justice for far too long.
I'm proud to be a thief, especially when I'm stealing from a vicious extortionist like the Panda King. Open your eyes, detective.
After Incredibles, you're going to do Jedi Survivor Ghost of Tsushima.
Factory.
Yeah, still need to do Jedi Survivor.
You criminals are all the same, and none of you can escape justice.
Alright. We have all the clue bottles already, so it's just about getting to the end of the level and utilizing the safe. Well, not utilizing, opening the safe. Extra lives here probably, or extra hit here probably wouldn't be that bad to have. There we go. Yeah, this is going to be the last trophy here, so we're going to have this game done tonight as well. This is exciting. And then tomorrow, as long as I end up streaming tomorrow, unless I have like a date or something, I'll probably be streaming tomorrow. And it'll be Sly 3, which is highly exciting. The last of the original Sly trilogy. Last good Sly game, for that matter. Now we have to not get killed as she shoots out windows. And statues. To the PS4 versions, the PS5 version can auto-pop. Focusing. Focusing. This is good. Our focus is going well for us. And she'll shoot that down. If you're fast, you can actually stop her from hitting the ones that you're going to be going to next. If you're super fast about it. Our last safe and our last trophy. No way you want to do that game twice, could do Ghost twice if you feel like it. That's it, then both versions. Yeah, it's really not. It's really not that bad. It's just, in terms of the zombies is not that bad compared to the story stuff. 2, 3, Platinum with Safe Cracker. And a Cooper's Pride.
Colonel Rain Cooper's time stopper.
We got 2 Platinums tonight. Let's go.
Triangle button and execute a flashbang that will stun all guards in the world for a few seconds.
Oh yeah, I remember that underwater section. Sin City I could tolerate, but the underwater section, yeah. Alright. That's another game done tonight.
At long last, the Thievius
Oh, we got a
Raccoonus
special cutscene, that's
restored to
right.
its original state. The first time I held the whole thing under my arm since I was
Yeah,
8
2
years
in one
old.
night, hell yeah.
The same weight that all my ancestors had felt beneath their arms as they had passed it on. Although
It is
while
the
other
last
family
platinum
members
we're actually
may
going to
have
get
been great
tonight.
Thieves,
Well, we're still
they
going to
all
play some
inherited
more.
the book. I got a chance to earn it.
I'm not ready to call it yet.
I had taken down the Fiendish Five, having used the moves my ancestors taught me, and become a master thief along the way. The time had come for me to chronicle my own adventures into the great
And then you
book.
forget all the moves going into Sly 2, don't ya?
This is gonna be fun.
Alright. Very cool. Oh, it makes us watch the... Oh, it doesn't.
You've done it, Sly! The Thievius Raccoonus is complete! Now, try beating all the Master Thief sprints to unlock the designer's commentary. Once you've unlocked them all, I've got a special behind-the-scenes movie to show you.
Oh, is it a porno? That's the way he sort of makes it sound. But, yeah. On the RA list, you do have to do all of the Master Thief sprints. Which, I think doing like 12 out of the 20 of them probably isn't that bad. Any more than that, though, is where it starts to become a lot more problematic. The only reason you did Ghost PS3 is you got it for $5 and PS4 is so cheap. But yeah, just complete all jobs and open all vaults and defeat all bosses in all 5 areas for a big chunk of your trophies. And then you have your level-specific trophies, most of which are honestly not that hard once you sort of know what to do for them. Yeah, none of these are particularly hard if you actually know what you're doing about them. 5 clue bottles is basically unmissable because you got to get them all anyway to get all the pieces of the Thievius Raccoonus and all the vaults opened. So most of these trophies are very, very easy. The Binocucom one you can't get until pretty late in the game. And then the Master Thief Sprints, of course, is definitely the hardest part of the game, but it's still not that bad. Like, 10 of them out of 20 total isn't that bad because you can do the 10 easiest. Or 10 of the easier ones. And there's definitely a couple more that I could have done if I had to have done them. So, 10 is thankfully a little bit generous compared to the RA list where you have to do all of them. And have no rewind, of course. Did I play Ghost of Tsushima on the PS4 first or the PS5 version? PS5 version's the only one I did. I know that I could have done that and done like the save scumming and everything with it to where I could have, you know, done everything, or not save scumming, uploaded the save from PS4 onto PS5. I know I could have done that, but Ghost of Tsushima was a game I really just wanted to wait and experience on the PS5. Even if I can never do the PS4 version, that's fine. I love that PS5 version. That is still one of my all-time favorite Platinums. Let's upload our save. Sorry, missed the VOD. Well, thanks for being here, Chris. And yeah, VOD will be up tomorrow, so don't worry. It's been a good night. 2 good Platinums done tonight. So let's get Sly 1 off there. We now have 55 gigabytes of space. I am going to go use the bathroom. And then I think we're going to round up the night with some casual power washing. So I'll be right back. Ah, much better. Tsushima was your first ever plat. Did it on Lethal too. It was so fun. I never played it on Lethal on my account. I played it with Lizard Guy on Lethal at some point. I probably would have had more fun with it. But regardless, I mean, it was nice to be able to do it on a lower difficulty just to get through some of the tougher parts of it, because I'm not great at that type of game. It did it specifically for the PS5 as well. Solid. If it did the PS4 version for it, no, it doesn't backwards auto-pop, as far as I'm aware. Oh, wait. Never mind. I read that wrong. You meant PS4 to PS5, then yes, it does auto-pop. Yeah, PS5 to PS4 doesn't backwards auto-pop. It's not one of those. It's 4:43 for you? So are you in the UK, Germany, Africa? There's a lot of countries that could be in a time zone that's 6 hours ahead. So I'm not going to try to name all of them because I don't know all of them. Same thing with Jedi Survivor. Yeah, like Jedi Survivor is one that I still really need to do. Ukulele. Why is Ukulele getting a remaster? Why is Ukulele getting a remaster, but the idea of getting something like a Fallout 3 or New Vegas remaster, or like an Infamous or Killzone remaster, isn't allowed to happen? I don't get that in the slightest. But yeah, now that we're done with trophy hunting for tonight, Sly went faster than I thought it would, so at this point, let's power wash. Let's celebrate the release of PowerWash 2, even though it's not going to be out till later this year. Celebrate the simulation of the power washing. I might need to play some GTA 5 before GTA 6 comes out, which I watched so much of Nick's live streams of it. God, that sucks. Like, I can't believe he decided to do it legitimately. Like, I cannot believe he would choose to suffer through that legitimately. Because he decided to do the Criminal Mastermind trophy without save scumming or quitting if you fail. Which doesn't work 100% of the time, by the way. It didn't work for me when I went for it for certain reasons that I still don't understand. But yeah, he did it legitimately, which is pretty fucking impressive in all honesty. I don't know anyone that did it that level of legitimately. Then again, he's also doing Jump King without exploits, so he's enough of a masochist that I could see him enjoying it, potentially. Or at least being able to tolerate it. I wouldn't say enjoying it, but definitely tolerate it. Because he's been crashing out on Jump King, which I can definitely see why. It seems like a very frustrating type of game. Though, the sad thing is, it's one of those games where despite it being a 10 out of 10 in difficulty, and that's pretty much undisputed that it's a 10 out of 10, the platinum achieving rate on that game is like 3%. So even though it's a 10 out of 10 in difficulty, it hardly means anything in that sense because 3% of people have it. I don't know if it's because of an exploit or what. But that's terrible. Like, that game should not have that high a completion percentage if it's a 10 out of 10. So yeah, I don't know if it has an exploit or what. Same with things like COD Classic, where it's like it's the hardest one in the franchise in terms of sheer difficulty, but it's a 10% platinum because it doesn't have any multiplayer. And because potentially at one point in time it was possible to exploit the veteran difficulty. Though I can't confirm if that's actually a true thing or not. Do Jedi Fallen Order on PS4 and then auto-pop. Jedi Survivor is only happening on PS5. I'll probably still do it on PS4 and then auto-pop it. Europe, specifically Romania. Okay. That makes sense by time zones. Like I said, there's like 50 different countries in that particular time zone, and I'm not going to try to be smart at geography and name all of them. Because I know it's not UK, because UK is like 5-hour difference usually, so I knew it wasn't there, but anywhere else was fair game. Geography was not really one of my strong suits. It wasn't one of my bad suits, but it was definitely not one of my stronger things in school. not compared to some of the other classes or subject materials. Like, yeah, like if you gave me an empty map of the world, I could name some countries for sure, but that's about it. Capitals and all that kind of stuff, probably would fail miserably at. Outside of the US, at least, I would fail miserably with that, and even in the US, I would probably also fail miserably at some of that. Because some of the state capitals in this country make absolutely no sense. Because they're not even, like, most populous, biggest cities or anything like that half the time. Like, South Dakota has some random-ass one in... South Carolina, it's Columbia, which we don't like Columbia. Because we're Clemson. We don't like Columbia area. But that's not for reasons of law, that's for reasons of football. I'm getting off into a tangent on that, most likely. That probably makes no sense to anyone that doesn't live in this state. 5 DLC packs for Ghost of Tsushima, PS4 version, then I'll pop the PS5 and still enjoy it. Yeah. Wolfenstein 2's German version is almost at 3%. Yeah, but in that particular case, the only reason people probably bought the German version most likely was to platinum it a second time. Most likely, so at least in that case, I can kind of see why it would be that common. And because I don't really know if it's a harder platinum than Jump King. But again, like, Jump King must have some kind of exploit or something. That's why it's so common. Because for a 10 out of 10 to be that common is kind of unusual. Wolfenstein's kind of an exception to that because so many more people have gone and done it now that they realize that it's possibly only a 9 out of 10. It'll be rated as a 10 out of 10 for many people, but in some cases it might be rated a 9 out of 10. Yeah, we is power washing. 3 COD Platinums that are rarer than the German version. And that's insane. It's like, yeah, Black Ops 2 is rarer because it's a 1.07 or 08. Infinite Warfare is a sub 2%. A couple of the others are sub 2% at this point. And of course, Black Ops 3 is a sub 1%. Which, I mean, a lot of that is inflated because a lot more people play the Call of Duty games every year than Wolfenstein games. And Black Ops 3 was when the series still had some energy to it. Like, Black Ops 3 was, you know, you had Ghosts, which is now grown on people, and Advanced Warfare, which is now grown on people. Sure, they weren't super popular at the time, but they have grown. And then Black Ops 3 was generally well-liked in retrospective over Zombies especially, and some of its improvements over Advanced Warfare. Infinite Warfare, I still think, has one of the most underrated campaign and Zombies modes out there, but one of the worst multiplayers. And then it just really goes downhill from there. And Infinite Warfare, of course, got shit on for its whole... You can have Call of Duty 4 remastered if you buy the special edition of Infinite Warfare. Because that was a great choice for people to make. It might have sold them some copies, but it probably hurt their reputation even more. Five Platinum isn't too bad. Yeah, I mean, the online is super time-consuming, not fun. Only considered the German version a 10 out of 10 because of the language thing, yeah. I don't know. It'll still be a 10 out of 10 for me because you guys know as well as I do that I am not a patient person. And I don't deal with stress particularly well, as we've seen in other games in the past. So I suspect it not ending particularly well for me when I get around to it, potentially for a Platinum 1000. Thankfully, I've got several years until I get to there, so I've got several years to either make an excuse or get good. Because I don't even know if we'll get to 900 by the end of the year. Now that I've slowed down... Well, we are going to have a dumpster dive, though, in a few months. So that's obviously going to up the count a lot when we do that. The yearly dumpster dive. Because that's only a couple months off, and I still have more games to buy for it, so... And then at some point, if I fail a challenge, which will most likely happen at some point, there's stroking the dick that has to go on my list. The shame of that. So maybe by the end of the year we get close to 900. We're going to be cutting it pretty close, but it's possible that we could get to 900 by the end of the year. I mean, I could get to 900 if I really wanted to, but again, I've cut back so much on the shovelware crap that I don't want to do that. And there's other games that I think it would have been fun to try to speedrun, like maybe try to speedrun one of the Sly games, or Bugsnax or something. Games that I know really well, but a lot of those, they just, thanks to the auto-pop features, there's really, you can't really speedrun them. Like, Bugsnax, I think I'd have a solid shot at 100% speedrunning if there was no auto-pop. But that's the problem, the game has an auto-pop. And because of that, I'm not going to even bother with trying to speedrun it. If you had to do it without auto-pop, then I would have a legitimate shot at it, because I have 100% of the game like 3 times on the Switch, outside of just playing it for like videos and stuff. And then like some of the Sly games I wonder about, with some of their times being perhaps a little too fast. I mean, maybe a Fallout game someday could try to speedrun an alt account. I don't know. Because, like, with Fallout 3, like, unless you're using, like, glitches and stuff, I'm not sure how you could really speedrun some of them. Because, like, Fallout 3, you have to do all the story missions. So even though you can skip the story missions, you have to do them for trophies. New Vegas, you have to do basically 4 playthroughs. And yeah, you can speedrun some of those playthroughs, or certain objectives of them, but regardless, Fallout 4, you can save scum a bit more, but even so, it's still pretty time-consuming, and you got that fucking Benevolent Leader trophy. And then Fallout Shelter is a lot of RNG or pay to win. And let's not forget good old Fallout 76, where if you try to speedrun that, I commend you, and your death deserves celebration within, like, interment in some really good cemetery. I don't know, because if you're crazy enough to speedrun that particular game, I feel for you. Even though it's so much better now than it once was. Because when it came out, that game was a mess. You guys remember, that was like the first game I ever streamed on this channel. Holy shit, that actually was the first game I think I ever streamed on this channel. Wow. That is weird to think back to. Yeah, I think that was legitimately the first game I ever streamed on this channel. All the way back in 2018. Oh god, I feel almost old now. Only consider the German version of Tennis because of the language, and then gonna get something that I can't read. Probably mistranslated. So you're from Romania, it's probably mistranslating you or something. Unfortunately. Not a patient person either. Think you're a patient person? I don't know if you're a patient person or not. Because I don't know you out here in the real world. I've never talked to you or anything in the real world, so I don't know. Maybe you are a more patient person than me. Maybe you are not. But I am most certainly not a very patient person in the slightest. I have absolutely no patience for a lot of stuff in this world. Especially as I'm now trying to figure out, you know, what I really want to do with my life. Because the previous job kind of killed any lasting potential interest I would have had in the research field. It also does not pay as well as a field as I thought it would. At least not at the level that I'm at. Which was a big reason for getting into it. And then, of course, like, COVID kind of killed our field pretty badly. COVID kind of killed a lot of the health field stuff, unfortunately. It killed a significant amount of trust within the field, and it just hurt the field a lot in that way. Like, sure, you made record profits for a year, but now no one trusts you. Speaking of that, actually, like, of all things, I just ordered the equipment for a parasite cleanse, because I've never done that before. And I'm wondering if it could help me with some of my constant, like, gut issues. True, yeah. It's like, I ordered that, so we're gonna see how that does. It's ivermectin and fenbendazole mixed into capsules. And, like, I don't know if it's going to do anything. But I've had, like, gut issues for a couple of years now. And people say it can work. In all honesty, why not at least try it? And then if I do have any parasites in my body, they all will die off from it, so it's a win-win. There's really no real loss out of it because ivermectin and fenbendazole don't hurt you unless you take them in insanely high quantities for weeks at a time. We're going to see how that is. And we're going to see if I end up getting the, what we like to call the cleansing flu. Where after a few days of being on something like that, you feel extremely sick because all the little parasites and shit in your body start to die. And it's completely different from what your body is used to. Those will be here in a week, so that should be an interesting experience. Any updates on Adam? Well, I know that the company has not managed to hire anyone to replace my position, which means they're losing thousands and thousands of dollars a day in potential revenue and in operating costs. I know that I made absolutely sure to ensure that everyone that I previously worked with there, that I was on good terms with, to be disrespectful assholes to the people from my company that would be paid to travel there for any amount of time. So I made sure they started on a disadvantage if they had to be in South Carolina for any reasons. No updates yet, but they tried to make a new Glassdoor page with a different company name because that's not sketchy at all, because their original one has gotten tanked recently from certain people, myself actually not included in that because I've been too lazy to go write a review about them, even though I really should. But they tried to do that, and it didn't seem to work for them because it's 50-50 now on that new review. So they have like 2.5 stars on that review and like 2 stars on the original. And I haven't even written about him yet. I also have a friend that, like, a friend from high school, her and one of her friends have, like, a podcast that's semi-anti-work or just adulting. And I answered some questions for them, so I don't know if they would want me to come on and explain why I would like to report my employer to the FDA type of thing. And why you should be concerned about whatever the hell you put in your body these days. So yeah, no major updates on it, but We'll see. It ain't looking good for him. I can say that. It ain't looking good for him. It's just how far can we make them fall is the main question. We want them to fall hard as possible. There's at least one Adam joke like that in the Thrillville video. It's something along the lines of getting bent over like Adam will be in prison. I'm still hoping we get to send him to prison someday. That would be the ultimate goal. Actually, him and the entire, like, higher-ups in the company. Because the shit they were doing was not only blatantly illegal, but actually could be considered crimes against humanity according to the Nuremberg codes. So, yeah. Human research violations can potentially be human rights violations, and that's punishable in international court. So we will see. We shall see. Maybe someday. But he doesn't care about his human rights violations as long as he can spend our money on his OnlyFans girls. And think that nobody was paying attention or ever going to report him for it. He's too much of a pussy to come here and do anything about it, that's for sure. I love power washing. I don't care what anyone says. This is easily one of the most, like, fun, relaxing games I've played in the last few years. Again, I really don't care what people say. Like, yeah, I can understand why you might find it boring. But I love this game. It's so calming. It's so relaxing. It's a great chance to just sit down and talk to people as you slowly clean things in a very addicting way. Send him to a dominatrix. I don't know, he might like that. That wouldn't be good enough. Prison would be better. The idea of being locked in a cage 23 hours a day, eating the worst food known to man, going from, you know, his high on lifestyle, his super high quality of lifestyle, super wealthy lifestyle, going from that into being stuck in a prison cell 23 hours a day with shitty food and roommates that are going to make you their girlfriend. I think that would be a better outcome, personally speaking. Because at least my new company, no matter how long I end up staying with them, they aren't doing anything illegal, thank God. There's no, like, legal shit to worry about here, which is really nice to think about for once. But, you know, I shouldn't have to go into my job worrying about if they're breaking the law or not, and thankfully I don't have to do that anymore. Or violating basic human rights, because, again, thankfully I don't have to worry about that now. I don't know, if I ever really feel like it, I'm sure I'll drop some information on a certain person. 6'4", 300 pound, jacked guy, yeah, that'd be great. If we can send him and the others there. I'm sure he'll make a plea deal to get out of it, or try to, but there might be enough evidence that it can't happen, especially if I were to, like, straight up reveal everything to you guys and to all my social media pages, the company name, and every single piece of information I have against them. Because there's a lot. I've told you guys a lot of it. Maybe not all of it, but most of it. And again, like, one of my biggest problems with it is it's killed any trust I had in the medical field. seeing just how screwed up, how fucked up, how corrupt this is, just as one small company, definitely did not help the reputation of the medical field in trying to get back into things after the COVID era. And I hate that it's come to that, but, like, it's what happened. As I've talked about before, had I known COVID was going to happen, I would have picked a different major than health science. I would have gone into something else in college. I mean, no one knew this was going to happen, but it changed the game entirely. And yeah, had I known it was going to be a thing, I would have picked something else. This healthcare kind of sucks dickhole right now. It sucks several dickhole right now. Like several trillion dickhole at this point. Makes me think on, like, trades and stuff like that. Like, something else like that. Because obviously YouTube will never be a full-time job. I never intend for it to be a full-time job. Sure, it'd be cool if it was, but it's never going to happen, so I'm not... That's not a goal I'm striving towards. And plus, it means that I don't have to take sponsorships or stuff like that, and I can produce whatever content that I damn well want to produce. You know what I mean? Oh yeah, gotta be good and tight. Hemorrhoids and issues, yeah. Yeah, I hope things get better too, TJ, but like, that's one thing I was saying with LEGO Star Wars, is getting a little bit deep here on conversation. But like, life has been struggles in certain ways recently. It's a lot of just like trying to figure out, what do I want to do with my life is a big part of it. Because I thought I had everything planned out. That I was going to be in healthcare administrative part of it, more so than the, like, you know, actual medical providing part of it. And it seemed like it was going to go well, and then COVID happened and kind of just screwed up everything for everyone. And now it's just such, like, a mismatch, if you want to say that. Like, you've got the doctors and the pharmaceutical CEOs, they're doing so well, but, like, most of the people within the field otherwise are not doing well. And it's like, it just kind of sucks. And then it's the fact that we finally have an administration that's apparently going to do something about a lot of this. And if they do, while it'll be great for our health, it'll kill off the healthcare industry further in this country. Because I can promise you right now, the drug companies, again, they're done for at this point. It's only a matter of time. Under this administration, they're done for. And it's for good. It's a better thing that they are. In certain ways, it's a better thing that they are done for. But it's also the industry that I've spent so much time in. As much as I want to see him fail, after being stuck here for so long, it's something that's going to happen, and it's not going to be good for a lot of innocent people that have done nothing wrong, but just do it because we need to feed our families and shit. Going through that a bit as well. Want to quit your job and don't have a plan B. And that's the thing for me, is like, I don't really have a plan B either, because like, I've realized that I despise research, and I kind of despise the medical field now. Just after being used and abused so badly within the field, it has killed my trust in it. is if there's one thing really for me, and I've talked about this before, that perhaps makes me the most angry, it's being lied to. And that's so much of what has happened from this field in the last couple of years. Like, there's certain things I can tolerate, but I cannot tolerate being consistently lied to. I don't necessarily claim to be a good person in certain aspects, but one thing I can promise is that I do not lie to people. I will speak the truth about things. And that's happened plenty of times here on YouTube. And just the amount of lies, the amount of bullshit, and the amount of illegal shit that I've had to listen to and deal with over the last few years killed any interest I had left in the field. I never thought that something could be so corrupt until I actually worked for it. But it's corrupt and broken beyond your guys' wildest beliefs. And I'm sorry to say it, because it's probably going to kill your faith in the medical field too, but it's the truth. And it absolutely sucks, but it's what it is. That it's a field that cannot be trusted. It is so corrupt, so broken at this point. And I hate that, because back when I was a kid, I could trust my doctor. Nowadays, I really don't. I trust on some things, but a lot of things I don't. So, with our field being in such a bad position now, I don't know what I want to do with life, in all honesty. And again, had I known COVID was going to happen, I would have picked a different field to study in college, but obviously no one could have predicted that pandemic was going to happen 2 years after I graduated, so that was just very unlucky. Oh, it's just an idea of trying to figure out what to do. And I wonder more and more about something like in the trades, because you can get your education for very cheap, if not outright free, because it's paid for through apprenticeships and such. Once you own your own business in it, you're making way more than the average person by multiple magnitudes of value. You're always going to be in need for at least another 100 years, probably. So I'm going to have to wonder. And the one thing is that I'll lose out on the funny healthcare stories that I have. But I'm sure I could have funny electrician or plumber or HVAC stories if I went into one of those fields, so. Yeah, it's just a lot of wondering on a lot of stuff, just trying to figure out what I want to do. And like I was sort of hinting at, that was honestly one of the best things with that Lego game coming out. In a very much heart-to-heart moment, that game was a really important thing to have come out when it did. Because my mental health's been in such a shitty place for a while. Getting something like that coming out and it being so positively received on the channel was really just unexpected and great. And just the joy that I felt getting to play through something like that as well, being a classic. So it came out at the right time for me. Hate being lied to. A lot of people lack honesty. Cool with trades. Your main issues, you won't be able to... You can work a trade job for a long time depending on what it is. Some of them you can't. And some of them you definitely can. It depends on exactly how physical it is. Because, I mean, my dad did construction for, what, 30 years? Something like that. Never bothered with, like, a master's degree or anything. Because there would be no real need for that, in all honesty. Not for being a general contractor. Successfully ran his own business. Did very well for himself for all that time. Until the crash of '08 happened. And now my mom's the higher earning, more successful one. For staying at the same company for like 30 years. But it suits her perfectly well, and probably, I don't know if she thinks her master's degree was all that useful either. There's things I know I could do, but it's like, you gotta have the experience for it or else they won't hire you. I could sell people on experimental drug treatments and shit like that. I can bullshit my way through any conversation if I really have to. I did it plenty of times at my old job. Like, there were many times where I definitely bullshit my way through conversations to make it sound like I knew what the hell I was talking about. And about how ready we were for things. I did that many times, and it was funny because, like, during one of those conversations, it was like an initiation visit for a study. My coworker afterwards, because, like, I did a good job during the whole call. I knew what to say at every time. I had him reassured everything was going to be great and all. Spoke positively, everything that needed to be done. And my coworker tells me, like, how the hell do you do this? I autistically bomb everything I say. Which, she's hilarious. Great person. But that was funny. That one made me laugh a lot. Because I can speak well. And, like, admittedly, everyone I talk to thinks I have, like, the perfect voice for a broadcasting job. And I'm not even joking when I say literally everyone that I've ever asked related to it thinks I have the perfect voice for it. Like, different doctors or NPs and stuff that I've worked with all said that at some point or another. That I have, like, the perfect voice to be talking to people. Like getting hired on an ESPN or something to be a commentator of all the college basketball games. What the hell does that involve? And I highly doubt I'm in the right, like, qualification for that. Even if I think I could potentially fit it well. And I also talk much more if I either have coffee or alcohol, which, obviously, one of those is not going to be allowed if I'm out there doing, like, speaking as a job. One of those is not going to be allowed. Feel free to guess which one it is, because given that every healthcare person I worked with was on some kind of substance. And that's not actually a joke. Like, 80% of people that I worked with were on some kind of substance. Within the healthcare field, it's not uncommon at all. You'd be surprised at the amount of, like, nurses in similar roles that smoke. It's gotta be well over 50%. Which is really, really surprising. But it has gotta be over 50%. It is insanely high numbers. And when you factor in things like marijuana or other drugs, alcohol, overeating, it's even higher than that. It's honestly very surprising it's like that bad, but it is. Check the shit we dealt with during COVID, I say whatever at that point. The shit we dealt with during COVID. It's like, everyone do whatever they damn well please. I really don't care. If they can get their job done, that's all that matters. If they can deliver good care to patients, that's all that matters. I don't care if you're drunk as shit while doing it. Or super high while doing it. One of my exes probably was super high when she was doing her medical care stuff, because she was a chiropractor. And she was probably super fucking high during most of the time she was treating people. Which is definitely not a good thing, but I guess she's not gotten sued over it, so I guess she hasn't screwed it up badly enough. Oh boy, yeah, that was a girlfriend. That was an experience. Both your parents got their masters. Issue you're having is one side says college is the way to go. The other side is, I think a lot of it depends on what you want to do. In all honesty, didn't do well academically in high school. Struggled a lot being on the spectrum. I think it's because your parents immigrated here, so they had more effort to work here. Okay, that's fair then. Yeah, I think it depends on the person and the kind of field that you possibly want to go into. Oh yeah, I had plenty of issues in high school as well, though not necessarily like spectrum type issues. It wasn't bad, it was just like not being well liked or popular in any sort of way. I mean, it was fine through like middle school in terms of the way I was treated by other people, but like by high school things changed more and were definitely more negative. I do not miss my days in school, in high school at least, that's for sure. The insane workloads. The terrible treatment by bad people. It's like, I mean, I went to a private high school and like, sure, my family obviously wasn't poor or anything like that to be able to send me to a private school, but, you know, I was definitely the country boy. The rural redneck idiot from, you know, rural areas of the state. You know, I can't possibly be as intelligent. I can't possibly be like any of them, you know. Very much an outsider. Even though I ended up finishing in the top third of my class in high school, by the way, which should be mentioned. See, even though I was like top third of my class in high school, that was the treatment of it. It was like the rural redneck loser from rural redneck small town North Carolina coming to big bad private school. So you're somehow inferior. And thankfully, I mean, I had a few friends for sure. I had a few great friends. Marshall, Cullen, Nick, Lizard Guy, but he went to a public school though. And finished pretty high in his class there. Issues having people taking advantage of your kindness, people being dishonest to you. Oh yeah, I definitely probably had people take advantage of me being trying to be nice. You know, if you go to college, you're going blind. Well, I mean, I would say, like, with college, it doesn't have to be a 4-year degree. There's 2-year degrees for associate's degrees. There's trade schools. There's community colleges. There's all that kind of stuff. There are a lot more options out there than I think a lot of people probably realize that can be just as good, if not better, depending on the person. Because some people are going to be better suited for other options. And I mean, don't get me wrong, I wouldn't take my time back at Clemson at all. I loved it. It was an amazing time. And in many ways, I mean, it was better than high school in literally every possible way. It was better than high school. So I wouldn't take it back for anything. Clean. like, at the same time, there was just a lot of other stuff happening. I just remember from high school. And I mean, I still, again, I have my good friends from high school. I have those handful of people specifically I'm still very close with. And I graduated high school in the top third of my class. I graduated college with several of the colored sashes around me for different achievements. I nearly graduated early. I was one class short of graduating early, like 1.5 classes of graduating early. 1.5 short of graduating early, I mean. And also, this tunnel seems like super pointless. I don't see why she feels the need to crawl through this. Like, sure, you can crawl through a tunnel, good job. I can crawl through a tunnel. It's something I probably did as a children. As a fucking baby, I was crawling through things, so... Or I was crawling as a baby, excuse me, would be the proper wording for that. And I gotta say, like, some of the people that I, like, went to school with and all, you see things they've turned into nowadays, and it's like... I might even, in some ways, be less screwed up in certain ways. There's ones that refuse to work. Or there's ones that, oh, we need to be an artist. We need to do stuff like that. We need to spend every second of our day making comments on Facebook about how bad Trump is. Oh no. That's not a job. That is not a job. Even though I know several people that seem to think it is, or they act like it is in certain ways. So I'm like a smart guy. People would probably be surprised at the IQ that I have measured. People would probably be very surprised at that. I think I'm smart in certain ways and really stupid in other ways. Like, there's a lot of math type stuff I can do in my head, but I can't memorize things easily. Unless I do it for a long time. I'm professionally skilled with a firearm, but I can't, you know, name all the capitals of Europe or stuff like that. Things they would teach you in school. I can't diagram a sentence, but I can grow a large number of plants from seeds. From actual just seeds I'm starting inside, because my seeds are over in the corner about 20 feet to my right, ready to go back out in the sunshine tomorrow morning. I'm either lost or ran out of tomato seeds, so I'm going to actually have to buy many tomato plants this year, unfortunately, because of my own stupidity or miscounting. But that's okay. We will buy the plants. That's totally fine. I really don't care. I'll deal with that. Again, that's my own fault for probably losing the seeds somehow, so... But I got corn starting up over there. I got cucumbers. I've got okra. Okra tends to grow pretty well. I'll throw the sunflower seeds in the ground once the last frost is done. Sunflowers like my backyard for some reason. I don't feel like it gets enough sun for that, but the sunflowers love it. I have no idea why. It was really funny, the job that fits your needs trade isn't going to work for you. Maybe every place in Europe doesn't seem like something everyone can do. I don't know, it was, if I had taken like an AP Euro class, so AP European History, Advanced Placement European History, or IB European History, depending on the school you're in, that's probably the kind of thing I would have been required to know. And that's not something that I'm going to bother to learn because it doesn't affect me. But I can clean, field strip, and reassemble a firearm with no problem. And use it perfectly with no experience. I can grow crops from seeds without fertilizer. Because you don't need it. You really don't. Although this year, like I said, because I can't figure out where the hell my tomato seeds went, I'm going to have to buy plants for those. So, it is what it is. I just stupidly lost the seeds, so that's entirely my own fault. So, I will grow those from actual plants. But I got corn, okra, sunflowers I'll grow later on, potatoes. I've got this really creepy looking potato that's growing in my cabinet right now. For those who don't know, with potatoes, you leave them in like a dark, semi-cool area, and they sprout. And that's where new potatoes come from once they sprout. I have one that's been sitting underneath in one of my cabinets for about 5 months now. It looks like a freaking alien. I'm not even joking when I say that. It has, like, tendrils coming out of it that are 3 feet long. It's so weird looking. And I know it's not abnormal for potatoes. It's how potatoes are supposed to do if they're growing really well. But it looks so weird. It's so odd and off-putting. Because, yeah, it's a straight-up potato that has, like, things sticking out of it that are 3 or 4 feet long. That'll grow more potatoes once it goes in the ground. It just looks really creepy. Like, it looks like a freaking alien. It's pretty funny as well, the fact that it grew that well. Because I just left it in the dark for 3 months and it did that. Potatoes are smarter than some humans. That's really not an exaggeration. Potatoes are probably smarter than some humans. Yeah, it looks very weird. And both my parents commented that when they've been here. They said it looked really weird and disturbing. But it'll grow me some potatoes. And I like potatoes. One of my favorite things to grow and eat. Because I do eat all of them. I'll eat all the peppers. I'll eat all the corn. I'll eat all the potatoes. Tomatoes and cucumbers and okra are less so. Not as big a fan of those particular vegetables. There's people in Europe that can't name every U.S. state. Oh yeah, I've seen like the videos of people like trying to name in Europe, like trying to name all the U.S. states. They name like everything either California or Disneyland or stuff like that. It is kind of funny. Or they name everything California, Florida, or Ohio or something like that. Which I don't know why you would name it Ohio. Unless you know that it's Ohio. Because Ohio is... As someone who lived in Ohio for a year... It's not the most appealing place to live. I'm going to say that. I mean, Cincinnati had its benefits. I'm not going to deny that. It definitely had some benefits. It's where I started streaming. It's where I had my first, post-college job. The food scene was great. The entertainment scene was great. I actually lost a good bit of weight there. I actually managed to take good care of myself there. So it wasn't, an overly bad place. I just never want to do it again, especially during the winter. Because I hate the cold. Thank God it's warmed up down here. now consistently in the 60s, so we're in that early part of spring. Only know the state Georgia because it's a European... Yeah, that's true. That is very true. They'll know that it exists. They probably won't know where it is on the map. Like, I could probably, looking at a blank map, name at least half the European countries. Half of them. The other half I won't be able to do, but I think half of them I probably could name and place correctly. I know France, Spain, the UK, Portugal, Italy, Germany, France, if I didn't already say that, the Netherlands. I know that Finland and Sweden are some of the big countries that hang off that peninsula. Poland, Ukraine, Hungary, Czech Republic, Serbia, Romania. Probably other countries that I'm forgetting. As we continue to clean Laura Croft's obstacle course, because someone at some point thought this was a good DLC idea. I'm actually very surprised this DLC did not get trophies. Because, yeah, it's a free DLC, so maybe that's why. But, like, this is actually a very, very long one. There's a lot in this, because the first job was that entire-ass mansion, which was not a short job at all. And then we have this one, which is also not a short one. And I'm assuming that we might get, like, one short one after this. But then probably, like, another super long one, like a full tomb that she goes and raids or something. I could see that happening. Slowly clean the wall. Clean the things on the thing. I'm sure I missed several crates here and there that I didn't fully clean yet. But we'll worry about that when we get to that 99% here in a little while. Or when I get to that 99%. I may not stream long enough for that. Because we're only at 89% right now, so... Yeah, with all that being said, like, LEGO Star Wars was good to me because it's been a rough patch of life recently, and LEGO Star Wars was good for that. Like, playing a childhood classic was certainly helpful. And the fact that it did so well on the channel for, like, seemingly no reason, I guess other than people's nostalgia, was huge. Like, it did great for the channel. I don't know if it got a lot of subscribers, but it did great for views, so... So it was really good for the channel. So, in a lot of ways, it was a savior in certain ways. Channel and lifestyle-wise. Same, it's been 60s, 70s past week or two. Oh, nice, yep. Still can't live stream directly on PS5. It's been 2 weeks. YouTube says the account hasn't been verified. What? I don't remember ever verifying our accounts. Me and Lizard Guy, I don't ever remember doing that. Maybe we did at some point? God, I don't know. It's been so long, I don't know, but... How did I not wash the rest of this? This is, like, right here, and I somehow didn't wash it. Yeah, that's really weird. Like, I don't know if you can reach out to YouTube support on that one. Because I'm not really sure what the answer to that is. It could just be YouTube being stupid, the way it is to me a lot of the time. That is entirely a possibility. But otherwise, I don't really know what the answer is. Because if I knew what YouTube wanted me to do, I would probably have a lot more subscribers and views by now. But I still think that YouTube might hate me, so I don't know. Alright, so this ledge should put us at like... Oh, we are at 90%. Okay, perfect. And the tops of these crates will also count, but we're going to get to 91% from it. Might as well just stand on top. No, that wasn't a full clean of the object, so that's wonderful. Probably these sides. These little things sticking between them. Everything we clean, though, is progress, so that's always good. Alright, clean this little roof-looking thingy. Apparently you have to verify on a computer? Yeah, that's really weird, but like, it's been so long since me and Lizard Guy did anything like that that I honestly don't know what it takes nowadays. Because Invisible's had problems with it for all of his time on YouTube, so I really don't know what the answer is for any of that. I'm also not exactly a tech-savvy person, as we've probably figured out by now. At least I hope most of you have figured out by now. I am not a particularly tech-savvy person in any means of that word. And that... Oh! That actually cleared that box. Okay, hang on a minute. So... There's not a whole lot more in this area, actually. 91%. I like this, but, like... Still missing a few percent, so... Probably on these particular objects. Oh, yep, there's stuff. Clean that up. There we go. This upper box is somehow still not clean, and neither is this. Okay, that's done now. Ooh, yep, I'm probably going to need the ladder over here in a second. Clean off the rest of that walkway. Ooh, we're here at the end of the obstacle course part of this. There's also a quad bike that I started cleaning last time. Alright, that whole area is good. Let's put that one here. And then we clean this little area. Okay, that was not it. There's also stuff here. Something right there and right there. Okay, there we go. Ooh, there is a little bit up here. Hang on. A rivet or two that needs cleaning. Something right there, possibly. There's a couple things right there. Alright, let's just keep moving forward and see what we have left at the end when we get to 99%. So I'm sure when we get to 99, there's going to be quite a few things left to go back to. Let's not waste any time getting there. Nine days left of Ramadan. Okay, so you're getting close to being able to eat during the normal times of the day. But Sweet was saying that you guys can't actually drink, like, even water during the day, which is... The not eating for most of the day, I can deal with, because I've done that kind of fasting before. But the lack of water, that is not something that would go well for me if I tried it. I need water in me. I love water. A lot of people don't necessarily like to drink a lot of water, but I drink a lot of water compared to a lot of people out there, so... So water is important to me, and that would be my hardest part of that. Eating once a day after sundown, I could do that. Not drinking any water throughout the day, that's going to be a little more of a problem for me. Yep. Can't eat or drink water during the day. And yeah, like, again, the eating part, I could do that part, but the lack of water, that would cause me a lot of problems. Because I drink a lot of water compared to most people. So that is not something that I would be able to do. Ooh, we're up to 96%. Okay, so we're almost done with this job. So yeah, we're going to finish off this job, and that'll be the last bit of the stream for tonight. And then the next stream will be starting up Sly 3, which is super exciting, unless some other random PS Classics game list comes out that I decide to do instead. Like, the day that Thrillville Off the Rails, if it ever gets a trophy list releases, that'll be a day one for me, no matter, like, what I'm doing at the time. Do an achievement run on PS5, or just trophy run, on PS5. And just do it. And then hopefully a speed run on the PS4 version for Fastest to Cheaper, the way I did for Thrillville 1. Even though I don't know the second game as well, and I don't know exactly what they would do for the achievements or trophies. Because I know that game does have an achievement list on Xbox or RA. It might actually be on RA. I think it's on RA. And it's actually... It's not absurd. It could definitely be harder than it was. But it requires a lot, so yeah. Up to 98%, let's go. That last 1% always seems to take forever, though. Last 1% always seems to be like 10%. And that crate is still not clean somehow. Oh yeah, this is going to be an annoying one to... This one's going to be annoying to clean up, I can already tell. Well, I guess we can do this. Very satisfying as we slowly clean more areas. Clean. Clean. I think this is multiple plates, actually, so this will probably count as multiple cleaned objects. And something right around there. Ooh, we're up to 99. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Up to 99. That's good. Spot right there. And there's several spots right in there. And several right here. Yeah, everything we get gets us closer to that goal, that 100%. Even if this actually isn't required for any trophies, what if they add it in later? What if they decide later on, hey, you need to 100% the Lara Croft DLC for one of the trophies that we're going to add in randomly before PowerWash Sim 2 comes out? I don't think it's likely, but in all honesty, you never know these days, and I also don't mind playing it. And that's a big part of it, is I don't actually mind playing it. This would be an interesting game for the Runaway guys to play. It'd probably be too boring, though, for that. Not really competitive or anything like that. Because now that they're playing the fucking car game, as Emil called it, Mario Party 9, the one with the car. Yeah. It's very entertaining so far. That has been a fun Let's Play to watch. So has their one for Mario Wonder was amazing. That was the best thing they've made in years. Yeah, the Mario Wonder thing was freaking hilarious. Okay, I don't think we can water the zip line, so just water the top of this. And then right there. Perfect. Right there. Awesome. And down there. This is good. Yeah, we're over 99%. Something right there, but... Oh, nope, there's stuff. Perfect. Got that cleaned up. Right there's no good. Got that done. Now I can read comments again. Haven't gone to the gym for weeks. Obviously need fluid for gym workout. Then he ate most of his bloated stomach during the day of fasting. Heavy once Ramadan is over. It always feels like a chore. Always lack of sleep this month. I feel like I would sleep better if I wasn't really consuming enough nutrients and stuff. 20th anniversary bundle for God of War Ragnarok. No release date for remasters. I don't know when that's going to happen. I hope some point. I'll do them someday if they get classics. Ghostbusters Remasters original cast from the 80s movie on the PS4 as well. I cannot remember the last time I've seen the original Ghostbusters. It has been a very long time. I have seen it several times, but it has been a very long time. Alright, clean the outside. Okay, perfect. There's several things left on the motorbike that aren't cleaned yet, or the quad bike, whatever you want to call it. The four-wheeler, the ATV. That's going to be a lot of things. A lot of parts of this 100% that we don't have done yet. Oh yeah, this is going to give me several completions. Yeah, hopefully in the next day or two, I can really edit down the Thrillville video. And, well, no, most of the editing's done. It's just adding the music at this point. So, hopefully I have the Thrillville video up like Sunday or Monday. Finally have it done, and then I can start working on the Lego Star Wars video. Because again, I kind of want to prioritize that with how surprisingly much you guys loved watching the streams for that game. I'm still shocked at the amount of support and absolutely grateful for it. I was not expecting that. Like I said, came at a good time for me, so eternally grateful. So yeah, that'll be the next one that I add together alongside the Thrillville video. Gonna push a few of the others back. Clock Tower video and the Astro's Playroom video, neither of those will take that long to edit, because they're both fairly short. Okay, I think the quad bike is good. Let me see if there's anything else left on it. Nope, it's good. Quad bike's good. Alright, let's start finding other things that have not yet been cleaned. Several things over here on Obstacle 9 have not been cleaned. Well, there's one done. Little hinge. There's one. There we go. There's something up there. Perfect. There's probably something on this side underneath this netting that's kind of annoyingly placed. No, nothing there. There we go. That's several more objects cleared, including a couple by accident. Yeah, I think Obstacle 9's good, except for this box. Okay, now it's good. Oh, several boxes. Okay, well, let's clean them all. Okay. That all looks a lot better. Obstacle 12 stuff. There's stuff left on Obstacle 12 here, so let's go ahead and clean those off. I don't see any dirt up here. It's not dirty. I see. Oh, okay, I guess it was dirty. Never mind, it was dirty, apparently. I didn't see anything. Oh, these things are a bitch to clean, by the way. I don't like cleaning these things. Which, why does it matter if these are clean? They're literally just like wooden planks tied together. Like, who cares? Who cares about what they look like? All that matters is that they function. That's literally the only purpose of these, is for functionality. They're not a decorative. They don't need to look good. They just need to function. Just saying, you know. Seems like a waste of Laura Croft's time to be hiring someone to do this kind of power washing for her. And don't get me wrong, we're taking that job up because that's probably paying pretty well because she's a billionaire. And billionaires throw money away at stupid things all the time. Okay, and then this one. Okay, perfect. Box connectors? Oh, this thing. Oh, okay, well. There's another box connector. There it is. Anything else on Obstacle 12? One of the boxes still is somehow not clean. I have no idea how, because I feel like I clean these things pretty thoroughly. Oh, okay, well. Sometimes I feel like it just randomly gives you completion even if you don't actually do anything. Alright, let's go back to the earlier area. because of praying. Oh, okay, don't forget. Certain prayers that I am ignorant of. Don't think we're getting remasters. I don't know either. Every Tuesday, uploaded Trophy Talk videos. I changed it to Tuesdays as sort of an experiment. I don't know if it's going to stay that way forever, though, because it seems like views on those videos have gone down. The other possibility is it's just that, you know, the idea of a weekly Trophy Talk isn't as popular anymore, so it might eventually just switch to like a bi-weekly, so every other week. Especially during weeks where I really don't make any progress. Because, like, there are some weeks where I definitely don't make a whole lot of progress, and probably isn't super worthy of having a video of its own. So, that formula may change around a bit in the future. Okay, so this is for obstacle 3, isn't it? Oh, it's a rock. How did I not get that before? Object 10. Run on back to it. Surprised your last 5 platinums were all COD games. Which COD game did I play? Did I watch the Sonic movies? I've seen the first 2. First one was good. Second one was really good. I regret to say that I have not seen the third one. I missed it in theaters because I was honestly kind of busy at the time, so December is kind of a busy month for me, so I did not get the chance to see it in theaters. I'm sure it'll be on like Netflix or on Nickelodeon or something in the future. But I do know that I need to see the third one because I've heard nothing but good things about it. Like, didn't it bring Jim Carrey out of his supposed retirement to go participate in it? I mean, if it was that good, then it is absolutely probably going to be pretty good. Okay, Object 6 brackets. Oh, these things. Yeah, first 2 I've seen multiple times each. And they're both great. Especially the second one is, I think, even better. Second one might be the best movie video game adaptation that we've gotten. Now, there's also the Fallout TV series, but that's a TV series, so that's different. Again, sometimes I feel like just barely spraying something counts. But yeah, I do still need to see the third one. Fortunately, missed it in theaters, so I will see it eventually on TV or DVD or something. What could I be missing on this? I feel like I'm... Oh, there we go. Object 7 boxes. Missing a bunch of these? I don't know how I was missing that much of them, but okay. And this one, maybe up top. Keanu Reeves' The Shadows is good. Ooh, that's great. Advanced Warfare, both versions. Cold War, Modern Warfare. Okay, so you're talking about the Call of Duty games you've done. Next one got those plats apart from the PS4 version of Cold War. Total of 10 COD Platinums or 11. And I mean, I've got a few more that I'll do. Black Ops 6, if they ever fix it. Which, honestly, I'm kind of worried about, because you would think they would have fixed it by now. But Black Ops 6, if they fix it, and Black Ops Declassified is going to get done. Talked about that before. It's installed. I could probably do it sort of whenever I want at this point. It's just having the willpower to do it. Because I know it's going to be a terrible experience. I am definitely not looking forward to dealing with it. And then the other ones are just not going to get done because Black Ops 3 PS3 is unobtainable, so no reason to start it. Ooh, I just saw a speck of dirt right there. Yep. Okay, I got that one. Now what? Straps on obstacle 4. Is it these? Oh, it sure is. Well, that's 2 of them. And that's all of them. Next up is a couple of things on Obstacle 11. Okay, let's run back up there. Got Platinum in Black Ops 1, 2, 3, and 6. Black Ops 6 wouldn't even worry about Rush Hour. It's the other crap. Well, I mean, Rush Hour isn't necessarily hard, but it's just the fact that it's bugged. And I feel like with my luck, it'll probably find some way to just break entirely and never unlock no matter what I do. And honestly, there's no point in me starting it if it's broken. It's not like some of these other games where they broke while I was playing them or something like that. This one's just been broken since it released. So there's no point in me wasting time or money on it, in all honesty. Slanted boxes. That's these. Okay, got it. The half boxes, that's these. What am I missing here? Probably underneath the net, isn't it? Yep, that was it. Ooh, got something else too. Ooh, I'm missing a net pin here. Ooh, that thing. Completely missed it. There we go. A couple of boxes on this area. Okay, got that one. And there's one up top. Okay, got it. Still another one. What's that one? I made a ladder for that. If I can find the old one, that'd be great. Every game I play on Serene gets busted, so it's probably not a bit different. Well, 3-pack a bunch of kills is going to take forever. Either way, Vanguards. Next one's going to be the zombies. Yeah, I mean, they don't fix that thing for me, so... Though to be fair, this stream actually worked. I have no idea why, but this stream actually worked, as far as I can tell. I don't think this one broke on me at any point, so... So that's an improvement. I don't know, maybe something that I reset did something. Obstacle 8 framework. It's one of the last 3 things I need to clean, so it's this. So maybe something that I did with my settings fixed it. I don't know. Or maybe I just got lucky. Because I reset everything, so maybe I just got lucky. Either way, at least this stream worked. We were able to finish LEGO Star Wars. We got to finish Sly as well, which was pretty cool. How is that not 100% cleaned? What could possibly be left of this? Right there. Come on now. What could possibly be left of this? This framework seems pretty clean to me. Oh, a little bit underneath. Well. There we go. Alright. Everything else is on 11. The bond and the boxes. And that's all we got left. And then we're done. $11 COD plats in total. If you get the platinum for Black Ops 4, it'll be 12. Snake is 12 COD plats. Been running Infinite Warfare, so that would be 13. Okay, gotcha. Playing Assassin's Creed Shadows. It sounds like people are fairly happy about Assassin's Creed Shadows so far. I just don't have any interest in the Assassin's Creed franchise, so just not for me. But hoping you guys enjoy it. As that's like if we get another Fallout game, I would hope that it's good, and I would hope you guys would cheer on it being enjoyable for us. Okay, one thing left. Obstacle 11 banned. The heck is that? And it's 99% of the way clean, so it's not going to be easy to see. Oh, it's this thing? And done. Buy it one day. Ghost of Yotai. Oh yeah, Ghost of Yotai is, again, it's a day one for me. Unless it releases when I'm out of the country. In the next year. Alright. Well, that is good for me for tonight. So I'm going to be signing off. Thank you all for watching. Had a lot of fun tonight. Finished off LEGO Star Wars. Finished off Sly 1. And yeah. So tomorrow, well, I guess it's now today again, but Friday, I will be back online, and we'll be starting off Sly 3, unless some other game randomly gets in the way. So, see you guys tomorrow.